goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. On my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin' log. Better log in, log in.
Gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
Gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes outside. Hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin' logging in from the track. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
grateful you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 kill the track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
Grateful you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 kill the track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
gotta be grateful you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 kill the track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
Gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
Gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
grateful you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hey, the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the track. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
Grateful you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you?
Mic check, mic check. We in the building. 200 Boys podcast on this Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. What up, Opina? Let me get a mic check.
Yeah, mic check. We in the building. What's good, big dog?
Paul said you already know.
What's up, man? We got Pkayy in the building. What up, big dog?
What's the deal? What's the deal?
Hell yeah. What's good, dog? How's your weekend going?
Good, bro. Good. I mean, first and foremost, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. You feel me?
Yeah.
Real quick, happy Mother's Day to my sister Yesenia. Happy Mother's Day to my niece, to my mom, of course. You know what I mean? Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. You feel me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well said. Well said. That's right.
Facts.
Yesterday was Mexican Mother's Day, they say,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
today's
American.
It's all Mother's Day, huh?
same
This
thing,
is like
It's Mother's Day weekend.
There you
you know?
go. Yeah, I like that. Mother's Day weekend.
That's
Yeah.
what that is.
Man, they take that Mother's Day serious, man. I was over there, man. My mother-in-law. Yeah, salute my mother-in-law, man. Glad you said that because I want to salute
Hell yeah. Shout out to her. Happy Mother's Day.
Regina,
Hell
and
yeah.
salute to my mother-in-law. She's probably watching it.
For sure.
For sure. She got her little lowrider club going over there in Riverside. So salute there.
That's right.
What's the word? Do you want to do a recap?
Yeah, let's do a recap from
Yeah.
yesterday. I'm just trying to set everything up right here, bro.
Yeah, yesterday we had American Cholo. You familiar with him?
Yeah, hell yeah. I seen that shit.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Have you been on that pod yet?
Nah, not yet.
We're gonna have to
Line
push
that
you
up.
that way.
Yeah,
We're gonna
line
have to
that
lock
up.
that up for you, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's
That was a good podcast yesterday. That was cool.
Yeah, he's a YouTube Yada warden. Fool.
He's a warden. Yeah, he's a warden.
He's the
Is that
warden.
right?
He's the warden. Fool. He started it all.
That's right. That's true. He's actually the first one I've ever seen doing the podcast shit.
Yeah, Gil, he does his shit, man. You know,
Everybody calls it the Yarda now, right?
Yeah,
But
they
he
do
was the
too.
first one though.
Yeah.
He was the first one. Now you got
Fuck, fool. You got the good yard, and then there's a bad one.
Oh, there is.
Well, yeah, bro. There's
Which one's the better yard?
there's so many of them that
Oh, you're talking
podcasts that are
about- oh, okay.
PC.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
That's facts, yeah.
Shit.
You know?
I wouldn't know. I'll keep up with all that.
I know that. But
Well,
there's,
nowadays
there's
you gotta figure out before you pull up.
Nah, yeah,
Yeah, there's
that's
rappers
random.
Pull up to a
That's
bad
random.
yard, homie, to do a podcast.
Shit, if we got good homies putting up here, I know it's all straight right here. You
You got
Yeah.
15 minutes to get off that podcast.
Damn. You got 15 minutes to take flight or what?
Nowadays, I think it's right away, dog.
Fuck,
You
dog.
got time.
I might fucking spit on one of them.
Nah,
It's crazy. Just don't even go.
Yeah, don't even pull up. Should do a little bit of homework. But about the podcast yesterday.
Oh yeah, super dope.
I thought it was fire, bro. He came with a Droopy, which is
they're part of the Boys podcast. That a different segment he's got.
Yeah, and he brought Boo Boo and the mustache.
Yeah.
You know, but
those
it was
are the
fire.
fellas, man. Yeah,
It was cool. There was too much to ask. I didn't get to ask him everything I wanted.
so much to cover, man. Been doing it a long time, so just his whole life. He's a little older, so he has a lot more of a story.
You think we asked him the most important stuff? If he wants to sit right there, if there's an extra seat, he could sit right
Hey,
there.
you want to see here? Ponle. Oh no, okay, shit.
You don't think
Like to stay behind the scenes, you know?
That's cool.
You
Yeah,
don't think we asked him the important stuff?
yeah. I think so. I mean, we're not gonna get to everything because, when we have homies and shit, it's like a good conversation. So we're not necessarily thinking of a lot of things to say. You know.
Like what?
Like, you know, like what I'm saying is like we're not focused on just having a good time. Sometimes we're not focused on like, okay, let's get to these questions. You know,
Oh, okay.
when we have homies, yeah, it's different.
No, I try.
Me too,
I
but-
have it in the back of my head. I'm like, I want to ask these questions, but sometimes the time doesn't allow it because
Yeah.
there's too much going on that we can't get to it.
But sometimes I see you too, like, or me too. Like, I'll be, you'll be like, man, what was I gonna ask him was important. You always say that because we forget, bro, because we're in a deep conversation of just about
sure.
regular shit.
Yeah, no, but we had some good stuff. And then
Hell yeah.
Miss Lady Pink's called in to
Yeah.
beef with him at the end.
Yeah,
Seen that
she gonna do what she does. Huh?
Yeah, facts. You know, but it was a dope pod. I still got to chop it up, clip it up. There's so many viral moments in that. But I'm gonna pull up over there like in 2 months. I gotta keep my word with him.
Yeah, we pulling it up. Yeah, it's gonna be
Who
dope.
the hell invited you?
Oh, I'm not going.
It's my pod, homie.
No, go ahead, do your
You
thing.
can-
I was
you-
going for backup, but you go ahead. You can go by yourself, bro.
You could drive me.
I can drive you. God damn, I ain't
man.
nobody's driver.
No,
All right,
Crazy.
demoted you to driver, huh? God,
No,
Nah,
we pulling up.
No, yeah, we'll do all of us over there. Their boys and our boys. What they got, the boys.
Or we can, how they did it here, we'll sit in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we'll
I'll
do that.
come in and come in.
Yeah, facts.
Shit, I'm gonna do my own run there once I drop the album.
For sure.
Yeah.
What
I'm
you waiting
doing-
for?
Yeah, soon. Yeah, but nah. I mean, homie's doing this shit.
He gets a lot of hate. A lot of hate, bro.
Yeah, but like he has good topics to talk about over there. You know, it's good, especially with the politics. A lot of people like to, get into that shit.
You into
sure.
the politics and stuff like that? Like
Nah.
the government shit.
Nah, I'm not. I don't really like to speak up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, some people don't, some people
But
do.
we
He
need
does.
it though. But we need it.
Yeah, it's needed, and that's what he does. You know, we don't do it here, but
Yeah.
when you want to go into stuff like that, you can go over there, and he's
They have
willing
certain
to.
podcasts for that. Yeah.
He's willing to have a conversation too,
Okay.
and not just like be like, okay, this is because we all know what his side is, what he picks, right? He's been open about that, but he's willing to conversate and not like just dog you out, and
Right.
that's what makes it dope, you know.
Okay.
So salute American Cholo, man, for pulling up,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Salute to him.
and he got us the forklift.
Oh yeah, he brought us a forklift right there.
It's a
right.
remote control, fool.
Yeah, shoot.
Why you bring it? What was the forklift for? What?
Well, because usually forklift drivers are Chicano rappers.
Oh shit!
Failed
Damn.
Chicano rappers.
Fuck that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's like, do you drive a forklift?
I used to. I used to be a forklift
yeah.
driver. Well, I could drive it, but I used to be a forklift driver, so it makes
it's
sense.
just- makes sense.
Like, damn, that shit hit me up.
Yeah, it hits a lot of people, dog. It's just part of the
It's the
game.
reality.
You know, it's unfortunate, dog, but it's true though.
It is. Yeah,
it's
that's
true.
like,
Yeah,
God damn.
It's the reality.
like
of
I
things.
tell Blue, it's not sometimes when they're fails. Sometimes it's before they even start rapping or
Yeah.
while they're rapping. We'll get rap.
That's the easiest holly to do. Like when you want to make some money and shit, and you don't really got nothing going for yourself. You go
Yeah.
get yourself your little forklift license, and you'll make all right money. You make decent money. So I was pretty sure why a lot of homies do that shit. You feel
There's
me?
like expensive forklift drivers.
There
right?
is.
Yeah, there is.
Well, I used to get paid well for being a forklift driver. I don't do it no more, but I used to. Yeah. Well, I ended up getting busted, so that's why I lost my job and shit. So
I knew a forklift driver at a place called, was it it's an asphalt place, but those ones were making like 40-50 an hour.
Hell
Bro,
yeah.
they did like the mountain with that they put the roads and make the roads
okay.
with.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
must have been a
Yeah.
big forklift, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
One of those ones.
Yeah,
that-
they got a bunch of different forklifts for sure. Yeah. And I
yeah.
could drive all them motherfuckers too. So.
Oh, the place is called All American in Corona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big asphalt place. They, they put the asphalt in the trucks and they go and they make roads and shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but yeah, shit. What's up with the news?
I don't know. Let me see. What do we got?
I got a couple.
What you got? Go.
I got.
Top it off.
Did you see OT Mexican? Is it OT the Mexican or
OT?
the Mexican OT?
Yeah.
He was in a ring, dude,
I seen
bullfighting.
that this morning.
Yeah.
Early this morning, I was like, he got knocked down like 3 times. He got flipped one time.
up.
Yeah, the last one. I was
But
like,
that was like
damn.
a baby bull, though. It wasn't a big bull.
I was
I don't
trying to
give
pay
a fuck
attention
what
to
kind of
it.
bull that
Yeah,
was.
nah,
That
for
fool
real,
got
that shit
fucked
hurt.
up,
You
bro.
wouldn't get into with that baby bull? I would.
That's not a baby
You
bull.
would?
It was.
It
I
was
would. I
2
would.
times your size.
Nah, but that was a baby bull, though.
Fuck, no.
But imagine getting flipped, though. You gonna feel that shit the next day.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. I would. I thought it was.
He
tough
was
when I
in there
seen him.
shirtless,
Yeah.
getting rocked, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. I seen that shit.
Is he clout chasing?
Who knows, you know?
Nah, he's having fun, dog. He's a
I
Texan.
wonder is for the bulls if they shave down the fucking horns for that shit. You know what I mean? Because that motherfucking bull was trying to hit him with the horns. I seen that shit. I was like, God damn.
Hey, dog, it doesn't matter. It's gonna. That's like you telling me, hey, fool, I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna shave the knife down. That shit's still gonna hurt, dog.
Well, I mean, you know, like for sure, yeah.
Now it doesn't puncture so easy.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I
what,
mean, you
what
would
does
think
that
for
mean?
him, you know, like they'll probably give him a
No,
break
they
or
give him
whatever.
the baby bull, fool.
That's a baby bull. That's a
Yeah.
big
That's
ass
a big ass bull, dog.
big-ass
That's a
Dog.
baby.
Yeah, it was a baby bull, fool.
Nah, you could tell he
You've never
got
seen the big ass bulls?
he got hurt,
Big
bro.
motherfucker.
I saw his face. He was
Yeah,
hurtful.
yeah.
And then he got scared, so they knew that, so they ran in to throw the bull off to chase them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got hurt,
But
bro.
I gave it to him though, cause like he took 3 before he finally like wanted to run off. You know what I mean?
yeah.
He took 3 fucking flips.
If you say that he's having fun, I don't want no part of that fun. I'm good on that, bro.
Yeah, you gotta be like sadistic or something.
Cause look, fool, you go in there, and to me that's a big ass fucking animal. So
yeah.
how do you know you're not gonna come out with a broken bone? If I'm making $1 million, I'm not risking going out there for. That's not fun.
Yeah,
That's to me, man. I think homie's tripping,
yeah, for sure.
getting a little clout.
'Cause I'm sure he knew that,
Yeah.
you know, for sure.
No, could be.
Could be.
Yeah, but that was great though. It was good entertainment, man. He did entertain us on that one.
Hell yeah.
So you jumping in there with the bull
Hell no, hell no.
for $1 million?
For $1 million, yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah,
For $1 million,
yeah.
fuck yeah.
You'll take that broken
Shit,
bone.
I'll probably even do it for 50 bands.
50 bands, hell yeah. In other news, dude, I seen a clip on here. I don't know how true it is. I heard rumors of some rappers getting in a scuffle.
Oh, it was fake.
Was it fake? Okay.
Yeah, you're talking about
What was it OGZ and Drex a joint?
Yeah, it was fake.
It was all fake? Okay. Yeah. Why would they do something like that?
They thought it was Drex, but it was somebody else getting beat up.
Oh, shit.
So somebody did get mollywopped, but it wasn't.
It wasn't them.
Somebody
Okay.
look like him and shit.
Yeah, probably, but yeah, it wasn't them.
Yeah, they put that out there. I was like, damn, that's would have been a big story.
Yeah, that's clickbait for sure.
Huh? Yeah. But the normal people that push shit out, put it out. You know. We didn't put it out
There was Flaco, Poetic Flaco.
Oh, was it? He put it
Yeah,
out
it was
there?
Poetic Flaco. But that will be pulling all kinds of junky ass shit that ain't true. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. He gets away with it.
There's a gang of pages like that. You haven't seen?
No,
a
that's what
gang
I'm
of
saying.
pages
There's a
put
lot of
out
pages
fake
that
info,
report it.
fool, like, and they don't even run the run back. Like, let me apologize because this ain't true.
Oh yeah, they're not doing
They'll
that.
just run the fucking fake news and keep it pushing, dog.
Ain't got no shame, man.
No
And people
shame.
fuck with them pages. That's the sad thing. It's like people fuck with these pages and they be having like no faces. You know who they are.
Yeah.
And they be posting out all the bullshit, but they get all the love.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know. We
I-
know a few.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I'm gonna ask you the question, dog.
Go ahead.
All right, you get cancer right now, bro. No. You get AIDS right now. Not saying that you have it, but
Oh, shit.
AIDS?
no, yeah, fuck it. If you-
Damn.
God damn.
and they're telling you, hey, man, you got fucking 4 months to live, bro. We asked this yesterday. We're on this run,
All right.
and they're like, you have it. You got 4 months to live, or we can freeze you right now, and wait for the cure to come out in 300 years and unfreeze you. If not, you got 4 months to live, and are you gonna get frozen?
For sure, I'm gonna get frozen. Hell yeah, like the Futurama shit. Hell yeah,
Yeah, you gonna
Hell
get
yeah, I'm
frozen?
gonna get frozen. That shit would be cool as fuck.
But you're giving up your last 3 months, 4 months of
That's
being
fine.
alive.
I'll say goodbye to everybody, and it's all good.
Take
you
a
know?
chance?
I'll be alive in however many years you
Yeah.
said. You know.
That's if they find the cure.
That's
fool.
what we said yesterday. Yeah,
Pretty sure, like that. I'm pretty sure we
400
already
years,
have the
yeah.
cure. You know what I mean? It's just they don't put it out there. You feel me? Like
They'll make it affordable in 400 years.
yeah,
It'll be like aspirin. You know, I think so. What do you think about that? You think they have a lot of cures for diseases?
I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're just not putting it out there for whatever reason.
Because
you know?
then everybody would just go do whatever.
Exactly, Yeah.
You said that AI had found the DNA for that wolf.
Yeah, they didn't find the DNA. We found the tooth and then the bone between the skull, and then the AI put the sequence together.
You don't think they could put a sequence to live forever?
Oh man, that's
Like a
down the
sequence
future.
a sequence that where you don't age.
I'm sure down the road it could be possible. I don't
Think
know
about
about
it.
now, but
AI is pretty smart, homie.
yeah. Remember, AI takes everything that every person knows in the world. Whatever
so
your
true.
input is in the computer, whatever you type, whatever ideas you have, it's putting all our ideas in one
For sure.
AI. You know
Even
what I mean?
sometimes I'll be tripping out, like I'll be on my phone and I'm just thinking of something, and just by me thinking about it, it'll pop up
It'll
on my
pop
shit.
up,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Crazy,
That's
huh?
a trip. Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's
dog.
a trip right there. That shit
That's
trips me out all the
crazy,
time,
fool.
dog. Like
Yeah.
I'd be like, who talked about pizza, homie?
yeah,
You know, I knew I was hungry, but god damn.
It'll
Yeah.
come up and shit.
It
Yeah.
will, fool. That shit is wild. Dog.
sometimes I'll be trying to look for a video I can't find. I just start thinking about it real hard. You know what I mean? And it'll pop up. I trip
That's
out on that
crazy.
shit.
Yeah. Well, it's in there. It's all our information.
It's a
so
trip.
you know, but I think they have medicine and shit, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they do.
Because like if you found out like there was a cure for a pill, aspirin pill you took and you never get AIDS,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna go out there and just fuck it,
Yeah.
do whatever. Now you're kind of conscious, like man, I ain't gonna just go crazy because boom, boom,
What
boom.
if?
Yeah. What if I get this? So they kind of do it to where so that way it don't go crazy.
And also, that's how they make their money too. They make it seem like there isn't a cure, and then they'll try to help you out or whatever, so you can spend money. You know what I
Go
mean?
to the
And-
doctors, the hospital.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do all
They
that
give you
shit.
like the pills just to maintain so you don't die.
And that's how they make the
Yeah.
money. You feel me? Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Why
Oh,
do you
you-
think Magic Johnson ain't never passed away?
Because he got the real cure.
you know,
That's facts, bro.
How
Come
about
on.
Easy?
Man,
Shit.
he didn't have it like magic.
He didn't have it like Magic.
Yeah,
Or it
but-
was too fast. They got him with.
Or no, I
They hit
think
him with the overnight deadly fucking.
I
Express.
think Magic might have had some millions.
Yeah, but
involved,
Magic.
yeah.
Okay, so Magic was more like, it was real. Like it came from a real place. Easy E was injected with that shit,
Yeah.
so it's different. His was like overnight death,
Damn, that
and
sucks,
Magic's
huh?
was just like a real disease that came with time, so they were able to fix it. You know what I mean? But for Easy, it was just too. It was too late, dog. At least that's
Yeah.
what I think.
Yeah, you think he was injected?
Hell yeah, he was.
Damn. Man, imagine if he would have came out, if he was still around with Bone Thugs.
Imagine if Tupac was still around, dog. That's a crazy one.
Yeah.
You think they still be doing music?
Nah, he would be in the
Retired.
background entrepreneur.
Yeah.
He'd own a record label
Yeah.
for sure.
Hell yeah.
Because he had a great mind, so he would have, once you kind of know what it is to make it, he's gonna get people that are able to make it. He's gonna know exactly, because like he made it big, so he could get someone that's younger and be straight up with them. You're not gonna make it, but you are.
Yeah.
Come this way,
Yeah, facts.
like he knows what it is. So, shit. What else we got on the news?
Did you
Salute
read this
Hater
one?
World Media for the pieces we got though.
Did you read that one?
What's that?
Here, go ahead.
Yeah, we did that one yesterday.
Oh, we did that one? Oh, shit.
Yeah, with the Santa Ana stabbings. You heard about that shit?
Nah, what happened right there?
Actually, we did it, but we didn't talk about it. Yeah,
There you go.
they some kids got in a scuffle right there at Santa Ana High School,
yeah.
and they ended up one of them pulled out a knife and killed someone.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
shit seems to happen a lot nowadays, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little motherfuckers don't think before they do what they do,
Yeah.
you know? But then again, everybody, when we were kids, we didn't really think about what we did, until,
Just did it.
yeah, exactly. And then the consequences come after, Oh, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Shut them out. That's the homie right there.
Oh, the full community. Yeah,
Yeah.
salute the full community. All right, I got this piece of news. This is right here. 4 individuals, are wanted for allegedly defrauding recipients of a federal benefits program. The suspects reportedly used small skimming devices and cameras to intercept data and PIN numbers from victims' EBT cards. The suspects allegedly installed skimming devices on point of sales terminals in California to access EBT card funds unlawfully. These devices were capable of recording, storing, or transmitting data, and small cameras were used to capture customers entering their PIN numbers.
Low budget scammers? Is that what you would call them?
Well, I mean, they've been doing that, though. I think they've been scamming. You ever see those videos where they're like at the liquor store?
Said he would have been in politics. Easy owned Ruthless Records. He would have been papered up big time.
There's your answer.
That's right, Tupac.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
That's right, AI.
$5 super chat.
$5.
Appreciate you, NC.
Hell yeah.
But they show those videos where the you know, where you put your debit card and it has like another
thing on top.
screen on top, and then you take it off, and then there's another set of numbers. They've been doing that, bro. Like,
no, the skimmers, yeah, I've been seeing the skimmers.
Yeah.
But EBT cards, fool, that's like low budget scamming.
Yeah.
well, not really, fool, because food's expensive.
That's true too. You know what? You're right. That's true too.
I mean, you.
Not
you
yet,
know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
I mean, look, think of it this way: that rapper that was sitting down, now he's got to watch out for him getting skimmed.
I just seen that
Scam.
right now. Like right before we started, I just seen what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was sitting over there getting his EBT card.
Hey, you know what? People were saying that shit was fake. And then I thought about it, go, fuck, maybe they scam me and they send me a Photoshop photo, you know? Because you know how sometimes like sources will reach out to you, be like, hey, I got some dirt on somebody.
Yeah, nah, but that picture looked hella low budget, you know?
No,
Yeah,
they actually sent me it was actually, what do you call those photos the iPhone takes? Where you hold it and it'll move?
The boomerang.
The live photo or some shit.
Oh yeah, it's a live one.
Yeah, it's a real life photo. So I looked at it and it's real. So like, okay, I didn't get scammed, dog.
Yeah,
It's
I
real.
seen the homie, a good solid homie. He put up paperwork coming soon.
No, please.
So I was like, damn.
So they think the people that took the photo was like another fool asking for EBT, but it's actually somebody that worked there, I think. So, you know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
That's how they got the
The
paperwork.
photo was not someone there, but someone that was a social worker.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Which is bad too, dog.
Hell yeah.
Because now you know what I mean? Allegedly. Let's get there. Don't get nobody fired for allegedly. All right, because that's giving out people info from fucking customers, or what do you call them, customers?
Fucking never mind that. Yeah, customers. I will give them that. I ain't mad at nobody that gets food stamps.
Nah, hell no.
Like
Of
we
course
said,
not.
you know, just but like certain people that
Fake
saying they're
flex.
living a lifestyle that they ain't living, and then they go and get it, and
For
it's kind of
sure.
like how.
Well,
Right.
they were clowning you for $200 fucking
Vacations, yeah.
But
I
I
take
mean,
$200
then again,
vacation.
like if I was making all right money, like, and I could play the system and try to get a little bit of food
Handle.
stamps, I
Yeah,
would. Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Because
Yeah,
like you
works
said, food
every
is
day.
expensive,
Yeah,
bro.
facts.
It's expensive like a
Oh,
motherfucker.
yeah.
So if you could get a little side hustle on the side and get your food, by
So
all
the
means.
government be robbing us for everything, my boy.
So why not play 'em back?
You
Hell
know when
yeah.
people be like I've heard a lot of people be like they should take EBT or food stamps away. Like they be giving the people too much money, like government systems or whatever. Well, if they say they remove that program out of the government system, right? They're gonna insert another program where they tax you anyways, my boy.
Yeah,
So
either
it ain't
way.
the taxing will never end.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're always gonna find a way to tax you. So you know,
Hell
it is
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, it never ends, man. All right, that's it for the news, man.
He didn't have nothing else in there.
Nuh-uh.
Let me see real
Oh,
quick.
you're talking about
The homie over here, yeah, facts.
get one more piece. That'll
Let
work.
me see, cause give me a second.
Yeah, man, they were saying I was taking $200. It's impossible to take a $200 vacation, dog.
But even if it was,
Even if it was, that's cool. I found a way to do it, but you can't even get a $200 flight nowhere, dog, nowadays.
There you go. That one's a good one.
Who is this guy? Oh, fuck, man. It says, Goyeo says the whole LA music scene comes from Texas. Let's see, put it up.
Fuck.
DOC is from Dallas, and he wrote for all the Chronic back then. Then Chronic 2001 was wrote by six dudes who wrote that Explosive. He from Fort Worth, Texas, right now. He in my hood right now. He from my hood, doing heroin right now. Love me to death. It's Texas been the culture everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We've been the big influences. It's just that's why Houston had they run and it was super big. That's what get the grills and everybody. You know what I'm saying? The drink, everything. Look at it. Everything is Texas. You know what I'm saying? We walk around with this in their mouth. Yeah. They was influenced by Texas. See, pouring oil in their cup. Shit from Texas. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Whole LA culture has come from Texas damn near when it comes to a music scene, how they rap style, because DOC is from Dallas and he wrote for all NWA, the Chronic.
That's a double-edged sword. You wanna know why? I'll tell you why. Okay. I'll tell you why, and it's because of something I saw last night. If you were to like just ignore Texas and do your own shit, then they say you're hating on them because you don't fuck with them. But then you grab maybe something here and there, and now you copying a motherfucker. So you can't win, dog.
The dude's talking about one or two songs that maybe some dudes wrote, but like they didn't write the whole Dog Pound album.
Yeah.
They didn't write Dog Food. They didn't write All Eyes on Me.
Right.
You might have wrote one song from a Dr. Dre album, but how many songs did dudes over here write for them that we don't know about?
And that was after Dre. That was like, Dre, rich Dre already. That was
that's what I'm saying.
So at that point, he was just paying for ghostwriters.
I mean, you're talking about, they amongst each other, they might have helped each other out with a couple songs, but like the bulk of the West Coast songs and hits were not written by Texas. That's a fact, bro. They
wrote Wiggy Wiggy Wiggy.
Who wrote that?
Texas.
Fuck, I don't know that song, but oh yeah, you played it one time, huh?
Wiggy Wiggy, get the fuck out of here! What the fuck? They wrote Wiggy
Somebody
Wiggy Wiggy.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah, but nah, I mean, yeah, like you said, it's double-edged sword. But I think some rappers over here that do like the gold teeth and all that, that's like them. That's not that's no, what I'm saying, that's them, like themselves.
Okay.
That's not every rapper on the West Coast.
Right.
That's one tree with a gang of apples. That's a different apple.
Yeah.
For the most part, we don't wear grills. Let's be honest, bro.
Yeah.
Well, the food that was selling in the EBT line has grills.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's them. 9 out of 10 West Coast rappers don't got grills, bro.
Yeah. You wouldn't wear grills?
Nah. I mean, it's cool if you want to do it. That's cool.
No. I'm just asking you.
Nah, I mean,
you as an artist, you know what I mean?
I wear a nice chain. This was only $400 right there at Kinko's.
Shit.
And then a nice Rolex I might have somewhere in the pad.
Did you say it was what? $500 worth?
$400.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Hollow.
Hollow.
This one's hollow, bro. Yeah. And then I might get my little Rollie I got put away. But I mean, I'm not gonna put. That's just not me.
No, yeah,
I don't know what it is, but it ain't me. And I know 9 out of 10 rappers on the West Coast don't wear grills.
Right.
There's a couple. How many rappers over there look like gangsters?
But I don't even think it's a Texas thing when they put the teeth like that. I think it's just like a rap thing now. You know what I mean? Like
maybe now,
if you're a young rapper, if you're a young
yeah.
rapper now and you're getting money, that's just some else to be able to stunt. Like, hey,
now, but I think
it does catch your attention. It really does, you know.
I think it originated over there though.
And I think it looks pretty tight too. I think it looks pretty fun.
That's why I was asking him, because I think it looked cool, but me with my fucking teeth, I can't do that, you know.
Yeah.
But if I had perfect teeth, hell yeah.
Do you agree, Blue being like our age? You don't think it originated over there? I think I saw more of that over there with the grills. In the South,
the gold teeth comes from like New Orleans,
the South, right? Yeah.
The gold teeth.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? And then like the diamonds, I think it was like Paul Wall and Mike Jones.
Texas,
and shit like
yeah.
that. But it is what it is.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we take a little bit there. They take a little bit from us.
Like Drake says, it ain't who did it first. It's who
did it better.
Who does it better? Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. I'm gonna stick to the West Coast, though, man. Overall music, I say West Coast is the greatest of all time.
For sure.
Facts.
It's the land right here. Hell yeah.
It's the greatest.
For sure.
Greatest of all time. Let's introduce a guest.
Yeah, go for it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we got am I saying it right? We got Pkayy in the building.
Yes, sir.
Do we got to add the 96 or?
Nah, you don't have to. That's just the Instagram name, you know.
That's the Instagram name. Yeah.
But it's just Pkayy.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
For a lot of the people that don't know who you are, give them a little rundown, just a few sentences, who you are.
Well, earlier you asked me about the name. The name.
Yeah, where the name come from?
That shit has nothing to do with no like P Killer, none of that shit. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, shout out to everybody with the P.
Whoa, shit.
No, it's because I've had them ask me before. You know, like there's homies that will ask me like, "Damn, who you like PK, like you beef with like a P gang or some shit." Like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, it's not because of that. The P is my neighborhood name, and then the K is my barrio. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is.
Okay, I see.
That's all it really is. You know?
Yeah, you should have told him. Yeah, and what?
No, I clarified that for sure. But then again, you know, anybody tripping, then it's all good too, you know? Yeah.
Okay, so we got the name there. Where were you born and raised?
I grew up in the city of Bell. Yeah, what's considered the double S and shit. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like
city
by
of
like
Bell.
Cudahy, Maywood, HP. You know what I mean? All that area right there.
They got a lot of or maybe that's Maywood, but it's in that area. They got like a lot of industrial buildings.
Yeah,
in that
Maywood.
area.
Yeah, heading towards Vernon and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's literally right there and shit. We're all neighbors right there. Bell is like the one right in the middle around all these cities and shit, which is Maywood, Cudahy, Bell Gardens. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
Huntington Park.
You were born there in.
That's where I was born and raised. Yeah.
Yeah, in Bell.
In Bell. Yo.
Yeah, they got a hospital there. Everything.
Nah, no. Well, I was born in Paramount. If you, to get technical,
yeah, Paramount, and then
I was born in Paramount, and then I grew up in Bell. Yeah.
Okay, you grew up in Bell.
Yeah.
And coming up, both parents. You have both parents.
Nah, I don't. I grew up with a single mom.
Single mom. Okay.
Yeah. My dad was around for like the first couple of years, but he was in the bullshit too, you know. So he got deported a long time ago when I was a kid and shit.
Oh, he got deported.
Yeah, he got deported along with my older brother too. You know, shout out my older brother. My older brother Arturo and shit. You know, they were doing their thing too. You know, also all up in the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, in the streets and shit.
From the same area.
Yeah, from the same area. They're from the same hood too. You know, so they got deported fucking around or whatever, and they just ended up staying out there and shit. You know, so I grew up with.
So they've been out there since you were little.
Since I was little, yeah.
And they never came back.
Never came back. Well, my older brother caught a Fed case, so when they sent him out, he couldn't come back because if he did, well, they give you a certain amount of time, you know, if you come back or whatever.
Where in Mexico?
Yeah. No, out here. He caught a Fed case out here. He did his time, and then they threw him out.
And they give you a time limit not to come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Within that time limit, they like give
they'll stretch you out. Yeah, they'll stretch you out.
Shit.
Yeah, that's so that way you don't try to sneak back in right after.
So then you grew up in the gang environment from the beginning, straight from the beginning. So that's all you know.
Yeah,
that's all. Well, that's all you knew. Your mom was a civilian.
Yeah, she was cool. She was a civilian, hardworking. You know what I mean? Trying to put food on the table, do what she got to do. You know, shout out to her. She did her thing. Like I said, Happy Mother's Day. You know what I mean? I appreciate everything. I put her through a lot of shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like a lot of shit. You know, so I'm glad I still have her around. You know, because there's a lot of homies that don't have their mom around no more. You know, and it sucks when you got to deal with that shit. You know?
Oh yeah, I feel it.
And it's fucked. So like, while we still have them around, just cherish them. You know what I mean? Because it's fucked up.
Yeah. So single mom. What did your mom do? If you don't mind me, like
she doesn't work anymore. I take care of her now.
What did she used to do?
Just working in factories.
You
know, like all the bullshit. She's also an immigrant. You know what I mean? So like, she did what she could.
Yeah, she did her best.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So when'd you jump off the porch, per se?
Man, probably when I was like 11, 12 and shit.
Oh shit, you were young.
Well, like I said, I always been around it, you know what I mean? But growing up as a kid, you always want to have it in your head where you're not going to end up like that. But then shit happens, you know what I mean? Shit happens, and like as a kid, you start getting influenced by all the bullshit, and then, you know what I mean? You end up part of it. So that's just what it is.
You feel like growing up like that, did you have a choice? Like, was there a time when you looked and you said, okay, I can either go here or I can go there?
I think everybody has a choice, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody has a choice. You don't have to grow up like that. Even if you grew up in that environment, you know, you could, because I know a bunch of youngsters now, like some of my homeboys' kids and all that shit, like, they're around it too, but they don't want to be part of it. You know what I mean? They want to be better. And especially when they have fathers like us or whatever trying to tell them that you got to be better than us. Don't be exactly like us. Always be better. You know what I mean? You got to put that in their head, and that's when they start going to a better route. You know what I mean? Because it's not the same anymore. It's not like how it was back then and shit. Like nowadays, I feel like the cool thing is to be better, to do better. You know what I mean? Like, so you have to, you know?
Yeah,
like,
we were just talking about that yesterday.
Hell
you know, the knowledge passed down is a lot different now.
Especially when, like I said, when you got fathers like us that been through it, you know what I mean, and that are actually around. Shout out to all the dads that actually be around there for the kids and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to put it in their head, you know what I mean? Like, be better. You know what I mean? And push them. I have a daughter myself,
okay.
You know what I mean? So, like, with my kid, like, she's a girl. She's never going to go that route, you know, but still always be better. You know, aim for the best. You feel me? Like,
yeah. So you started young. You're in the streets. You're doing your thing. You went to started getting arrested, juvenile hall, or?
Nah, I never been busted as a juvenile. Never, but I was out there fucking around. Like, for some reason, just never happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
never got caught up.
I got lucky, you know. But like I always say, like never as a juvenile, but as soon as I turned 18, like
Bam,
boom.
everything.
Yeah, and it was that first month. As soon as I turned 18, boom, that shit happened. You know what I mean? I went to prison at 18 years old. Like,
oh shit.
You know what I mean? It was my first prison term.
What happened? What?
It was just a little random occasion. You know what I mean? Fucking just being in the hood, and you know, somebody tried to pull up, whatever shit happened, and then you know, people told, there was witnesses or whatever, and people just told, and shit happened, you know. But I got real lucky because at the end of the day, like, allegedly everything they try to say that happened, they never found anything. You know what I mean? Like, the shit that they said that I did, that shit was never found, you know. So they had to hit me with like a bullshit charge anyway, you know, so because of the people that were telling, you know what I mean. So I still ended up getting prison time or whatever, but it wasn't what it could have been, you know what I mean. So I'm grateful for that. You know, I felt like that was God giving me a second chance, you know.
Yeah,
for sure.
So you go in at 18, you go to prison at 18, and then you come out at what age?
21.
So you did 3 years.
No. So I went in, I was fighting my case, I bailed out, and then I fought it outside for a bit, and then they gave me my surrender date, and then I went back in again, and then I did my time. They gave me 2 years, you know what I mean. So by the time I actually surrendered myself and everything, like, I was in the county for a couple months, then I bailed out, whatever. By the time I surrendered myself, I was about to turn 19. I fought my case for almost a year and shit, you know what I mean. So then I surrendered, whatever, I went in, did my thing, and then I got out like right before I turned 21, you know. So
okay, I
was like 20. Yeah. So the 2 years, you feel me?
Let me ask you this: you know, being in the streets and being involved in you know, the streets and with the homies and stuff, how is it different when you go to prison? What's the difference in the way it is there and the way it works there? Like, not in like crazy detail, but just like, what did you learn? Structure for sure.
You know what I mean? In prison, you learn how to be structured, and you learn discipline, and you learn how to carry yourself, you know, as a man or even as a sureño, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta learn how to carry yourself in the right way. Out here in the streets, it's crazy, you know, like, everybody does what they want or whatever, anything, you know, goes. But exactly, you know, people speak certain ways or they act certain ways or whatever, right? But when you go in there, you're gonna learn how to act right. You feel me? Because there's consequences to everything. Every little thing you do in there's consequences. You feel me?
You said you were born in Bell. How did you get to Boyle Heights?
So my neighborhood is on both sides. I'm from the south side. Okay. So we got east side Cam and we got south side Cam. I'm from south side Cam, which is right there in the city of Bell, Maywood. Both cities right there. You know? So that's where I'm from. But it's still the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's shout out to the east side. Still rock with them too.
That's where it originated, right?
That's where it originated. That's headquarters right there. You feel me? Then back in the day, the homies started their shit in the south side right there in Maywood. You know, so then from Maywood it spread it to Bell.
I got you.
You feel me?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense now.
Just like a lot of other barrios that they have the east side and they have the south side, you know? So that's just what it is.
Yeah, so you learn that the difference, the routine and stuff like that, like, you know, getting up, hitting your burpees.
Exactly.
None of that was like in the streets before that.
Nah, it was. Well, I was always into, like, when I was younger, I used to box. I used to love to work out, you know, so like working out was cool, you know, like I enjoyed it, you know. So when I went in there, the mandatory workouts was like, cool. I like working out anyway, you know what I mean? Like, so the mandatory workouts is cool, get your money in, you know what I mean? And I always take prison as like going to get in shape real quick, and then you come out and you come back 100, you know what I mean? Because you go in, you get your mind right. Then again, there's also homies that go in there like to fuck around or whatever, but that wasn't my case. My case was going in there and learning, you know what I mean? Because as a kid at 18 years old, like, I was turned, you know what I mean? It's like, I want to see what that was, you know what I mean? So like, whatever, when I caught the case and then they gave me my surrender dates, I was right there first thing in the morning, boom, let's go, you know what I mean? Like,
you weren't stressing the surrender date?
Hell no. Like I said, I was young at the time, you know, like, I didn't give a fuck. I was like, prison, cool, let me go see what that's about, you know what I mean? And then also when you're young, you look at it like, oh, that's something I could have under my belt now too, you know, like, go to prison, go experience that, you know what I mean? And then you could come out and, you know, like, talk to the homies about it, like, look, fool, and there's like this and like that, you feel me? Like, you learn a lot of shit being busted, you know, so.
Hell yeah, for sure. Yeah,
surrender day sounds crazy, though. I probably would never go.
You know what's crazy? Everybody was telling me that shit when I surrendered myself at court, but like, fool, I would have went on the run. Like, what the fuck? But it's like, nah, not me, dog. Like, let's get this shit out the way. You feel me?
It's like when the PO calls you or parole calls you and they want to see you and they don't tell you for what. Your shin breaks, fool. You don't want to go because you're like, this bitch gonna lock me up, fool. You stressing the whole way there, fool, and then, oh, I just need your signature right here.
Well, 99% of the time, they're probably gonna cuff you if they don't tell you what's going on.
Nah, they just don't tell you, fool. They play those games. They play those mind games to see if you run. You know, they're dirty, fool. They do you dirty.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. To me, that wasn't an issue. Let's get that shit out the way. You know, it's always better to get it out the way because you start running, you're just fucking delaying your fucking shit. You know what I mean?
The inevitable. You're delaying, and then you're gonna get caught.
And then when you least expect it, and you're actually doing something that's cool, boom, there you go, and you're gone. You know, so get that shit out the way as soon as possible, and you're good.
It's still fun to go on the run though.
It is. Fool,
I'm not gonna lie.
It sucks living that way, dog. I was on the run for like 2 years. I was living out of my car, fool. You know, but you can't be stable in one spot. You know what I mean? And fucking have your deodorant bag in the car and your shower bag and your cobijas. Fool, it sucks. Now that you think about it, it's garbage living that way, dog.
Damn.
Yeah, turn yourself in.
But when you're fucking around, that's what it is. You know?
Yeah, well.
Okay.
Yeah, I've turned myself in, though. Yeah, you got to just get it out the way. That's what I was always taught. Just get it out the way. I think I've been on the run a couple times. It was fun though. I'm not gonna. When you're young,
I had never been on the run, so that's what I'm saying. Like that's crazy.
When you get older though, you just fucking just take care of it. There's no run. There's no running. Exactly. Then they start like I'm sure you get out. You got out on bail. They start putting on them ankle bracelets.
Yeah. I never had that, but yeah, for sure.
That shit, dog. That shit happened to me. I got out on bail. First ankle bracelet. Got caught again. Double bail. They let me hang myself to put a third one on. Damn. And I had the satellite, the third one on. Shit, I went like that for like almost 2 years just with them bracelets on. Couldn't do.
Must have been expensive, no?
Couldn't move. Oh yeah, hell yeah. 30. I think it was like 30 a day.
Okay.
Some shit like that. It was hella expensive back then. Yeah.
Bro. Hell no.
Might have been cheaper. I think now it's expensive like that. Yeah, it was a little cheaper back then.
Damn.
Well, it wasn't that long ago. I'm over here like 8 years ago, 9 years ago.
Okay.
It's still kind of long ago. But yeah, man, fuck that. Just get it over with.
Hell yeah. And then when I caught my first one, that was before all the 50-50 yards and all that shit. You know what I mean? That's when like everything was still cool. So it's like, let's go see what's up. And then I also got to go this recent time to when it was all fucking flipped now, you know? So that shit was crazy too. That's just crazy.
Yeah, so a little bit back to the boxing. How long did you box for?
For like 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
2-3 years. Yeah.
Professional? Like trying to be professional?
I was a kid, you know, so like, but my coach wanted me to, Like,
was it like Golden Gloves and shit? Like
not there yet, but I was going from gym to gym, boxing other, you know, boxers from each gym or whatever, you know, and then obviously I got influenced by the lifestyle and shit, and then I just quit all that shit, and I just went full-fledged, you know, like with what I was doing and shit.
During that time when you went full-fledged, did your mom catch wind?
Yeah. Well, she kind of already knew, you know, like like I said, she been around it too with my dad and my brother and shit, you know. So she slowly started seeing me go that route, you know. And then
did she ever try to like stop you because she knew your dad and your brother were involved?
Yeah, hell yeah. And that's why I say I put her through a lot, because like there's only so much your mom could do, you know. Like as a young man or whatever, like you're always gonna shine that shit off and be like, man, so what? I'm gonna do what I want to do, you know, which is the disrespectful shit to do. But you don't see it as a kid, you know. You're just like, man, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna still do what I gotta do, like, you know. So, but at the end of the day, it's like I was doing shit like that to try to help her out too, you know, because she was struggling a lot, you know, like trying to give us what we needed.
That's hard, because that's hard.
Yeah, bro, for sure. And sometimes, or most of the times, I didn't have all the things I wanted because she couldn't afford it. You know, the most that she could afford is pay the bills and put food on the table. But it's like, I want some new clothes, I want some new Jordans, I want some new, you know, like, and it's like, you know, I'm the type of kid that grew up with like, you get a certain amount of clothing for the whole year, you know what I mean? And then after that, next year I'll buy you again a certain amount of clothing for the whole year, you know? But like,
that's all of us, man.
That's
all of us.
I hated that shit, bro.
As much as I'll admit it, the same thing, dog.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
But it's like, not to knock off my mom or anything, like my mom did her best, you know what I mean? And I just put her through a lot. Now as a grown ass man, you look at that shit like, fuck, you know, like I should have fucking just been.
And that's why in the ghettos, dog, we start baking cookies and shit, bro. I'm trying to fucking cook something, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know, it don't matter fucking who you are. It's just the way it is, huh? Sometimes you get on the hustle, like because you know you see
want nice things.
Yeah, you see kids with Jordans and fucking, and you're going to school with fucking. I used to go to school with black shoes with no name on them. You know, like nothing on them.
Bro, I used to
3 for
have
10?
I used to have the fucking
How do you know, dog?
3 for 10?
Yeah.
Bro,
You know?
I used to have the Airwalks, the fucking Shacks, all the Payless shit.
Shacks.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's cool. You had a name brand, dog. I got straight black
bro,
shoes.
I got clown for the Shacks. Like,
Oh, yeah, but
you know,
the
everybody
Shaq,
got
yeah.
Jordans and I got
Jordans,
Shacks.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Makes you want to go fucking sell
For
rock,
sure.
dog.
And that's what ended up happening, you know?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It's like trying to make some money as a kid, you start looking for other options.
Yeah.
And then when you finally get it, you start making your own little money. And then, you know, like, it was obvious when I started getting into that life because my mom started seeing, like, where are you getting all this shit from? Because I didn't buy you this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, don't trip. Like, do your thing, you know? Like, I'm going to do mine. Like, just, you know?
Yeah.
But she didn't like that shit. And it's just like, I understand her now, you know? But at the time, I was just like, I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. I'm going to still do it, you know? So, which is a...
Yeah, imagine your kids saying that to you.
It ain't happening.
Right.
Because we're different.
But he's a
That's
father,
all-
though.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I had my father around, that probably would have whooped my ass. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck you talking about? Boom.
Yeah.
You know, like, I would have probably been more disciplined. You know what I mean? When you have a father around, you're more disciplined, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, there's also dudes that have their father around, but it just depends on how they raise their kids, you know? Like, if the dad is not
Yeah.
disciplined enough, then you're still gonna go and fuck up and do what you gotta do, you know? Like, so that's just what it is.
Yeah, when you don't got like the father figure around and your parents aren't around, it's easier for you to kind of like get loose in the neighborhood because that is your role models.
Exactly.
You know, you like, as much as you don't want to say it, it's the truth.
Yeah.
You know, you tend to like go, there's no one to kick it with. Like, shit, I ain't kicking it with my dad. He's in prison, so I'm going to go kick it with the homies.
Yup.
And that's just the way it starts, bro. And you start going down the rabbit hole.
Hell yeah.
Good times, bad times.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I mean, they were fun times, you know.
Yeah,
but,
mixed in.
When you get older, you start to look at it like, damn, that's crazy, you know. Like, I was a disrespectful little shit, you know what I mean? Like motherfucker. You know?
I seen all kinds of shit too. You know, different homies act different. Like, some were like super disrespectful to their moms. Some were like in the middle, and then some were like, you know what I'm saying? You see all levels of the way.
And it's like the way, like you just said, like now when I see it, when my little homies be disrespectful to their mom and everything, you know, we bring it to their attention. Like, hey, fool, don't talk to your mom like that, dog. You know? Like, come on, I mean, like, she's trying her best to do what she got to do, and you over here like screaming at her, disrespecting her,
powerhousing in the house. Like,
kids are different nowadays, though, from like what they used to be.
Man, they more disrespectful now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now they're just more disrespectful because of the internet and shit.
Exactly.
Like that, you know?
Yeah.
Nah, I feel that, man. So you get out, you're about 23. You said 23.
21.
20,
I was about to turn 21, yeah.
You're about to turn 21.
Yeah.
Did you go straight or did you end up going back?
I had to be straight because I was on parole and shit. You know what I mean? So they set me up to be straight. And then
because you're a young guy, you're not past 30. That's
yeah, exactly. So then that's when I got the forklift job that I was talking about.
Okay,
you know
shit.
what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
You didn't have no other skills?
Nah.
That was
that was a skill where they gave me that option, parole. You know, it was like, maybe you should go try to go get your forklift license. It'll probably help you out. I did that shit ASAP. I got it. I went through a couple jobs, and then when I finally landed a good one, I got contracted by them. I used to work for Guess, like the clothing or whatever.
Oh, shit.
And fucking I was doing that for a few years and shit. I discharged parole, everything, just doing good, just trying to be straight, get off that shit, you know, because when you're on parole, like, it's hard to do anything, bro, you know, because they're on your ass, you know. So it's like, discharge this motherfucker, and then after that, if you want to keep fucking around, then fuck around. I was still young, you know, so it's like, I had a good job and everything, but then I went back to fucking around again, you know, so it's like, you feel me? So that's what ended up happening.
So did you ever go back? No.
To prison? Yeah, I went back again. I just got out last year.
Oh,
I've been out for a whole year already, yeah. I got busted 2020, the beginning of 2023. And then I got out the beginning of 2024. February 2024, I got out.
Okay, so you've been straight since then, though. You
this time, because I had to discharge that shit again, you know? Like, so I discharged probation. They gave me probation this time, which is the AB 109 or whatever, you know? It's
the AB 109. Yeah, that's what I had, too.
So
is it still 13 months?
I got off earlier than that because I did good, bro. Like, I got out.
Early?
I got out 6 months. Boom, 6 months.
You got a Fed kick. Is that what they call it? Yeah.
Yeah, and just because I got out and I started focusing on trying to do better, you know, doing this music shit or whatever, you know, like just trying to focus on something else while you discharge this bitch, you know. So that's what ended up happening in 6 months. And they don't really want to deal with you neither, you know. They're like, if you're doing all right, then like kick you to the curb. They got so many people to deal with, bro, that if you're actually trying, they'll kick you out, you know? Like,
if you're doing halfway decent,
and that's what it is, just halfway decent, you know? And they kicked me off that bitch. I was like, hell yeah, that shit was cool.
So how long have you been doing music?
I started in 2022. I did like 2 songs.
Before you got busted this last time?
Before I got busted, and then I got busted. And then I went away. No, I did like 3 songs, and then I went away, got out, and that's when I really started focusing on this shit. You know?
For that year you were in prison, did you write or do it?
Yeah. Well, the first song that I did when I got out, which is Just Touched Down, which was fresh out of prison. That's why I named it Just Touched Down.
That's your most viewed video.
That's the one we're watching. Actually, is that one, and then my second most viewed video was the very first one that I did when I first started, which is Keep It a Million, and that shit was like 2022. That shit's like almost at 30K too, you know.
Okay. Yeah. So
honestly, all my solo tracks are the ones with the most views. All the features are the ones that they're doing okay, you know. But all my solo shit, they got the most views. They're like over 20K, you know. So it's like that was cool, you know. But that's what made me want to keep going, you know, because I got out of prison and I looked at that and I was like, damn, like the bullshit ass songs that I had before I got busted, like they're going up. So then just keep going and see what happens, you know. And then I dropped Just Touched Down and that one went up, you know, like as soon as I got out, because it's like everybody sees, oh, this fool just got out, fresh out of prison, whatever, boom. And then everything I said in the song too, you know, so it's like, oh shit, you feel me? So hell yeah.
So you started really getting into it when you got out in 2024.
Yeah.
Because we're in 25, so you've been going hard for like a year.
I've been trying, It's hard when you're doing it by yourself, you know what I mean? Like lately I got with my management.
Tell me about it.
No, yeah, for sure, because it's
hard,
expensive, bro.
expensive,
you know, like you have to invest in yourself if you really want to do this shit, you know? Like it ain't cheap. Like for the artists that are out there that want to be artists and shit, and you want to do what you want to do, like you better be ready to invest, because it ain't cheap. Like motherfuckers is expensive. Studio time is expensive. Videos are expensive. Promotion is expensive. You know, like everything is expensive. Like people look at it like, damn, he's doing his shit. I don't know what the fuck they think, but it's our money going in that shit. You know what I mean? Like, so of course, like motherfuckers like me, I got a regular job, but that's what pays it. You know what I mean? And I get paid okay right now, you know? So it's like I'm able to
fund it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not the way I want to, but recently I got with my management, and my management helps me out a lot now, you know? Like recently, like I've barely been with them for like 2 months, right? Like 2 months and shit, and he helps me out even more now, because it's like, if you don't got it, I'll help you. Boom, you know, I got you. Like I'll do it, you know. Like if you don't got it, I'll put the money up for it, you know. So that's what helps me out, because when you're doing it by yourself, it's like you got life in the way too. You got all your bills, you know what I mean? Like I'm a grown ass man, so I take care of all my bills, and then aside from that, I got my kid too, you know. So it's like you gotta take care of all that before you do the music shit. And then if you have some money on the side, go ahead and do your music shit, you know. But you gotta, the priorities that really matter are first, and then do the music shit. You feel me? But like being with the homie right here is just like, don't trip, I got you, you know. Like, so they help out a lot. You feel me? So shout out to Madison boys for that, because they help me out a lot.
Yeah, salute management. What got you into music? What gave you the idea to just like, this is a route I'm gonna go?
Honestly, I've always like wanted to rap when I was a kid, bro, you know, like, but fucking around, just, you know, it never happened, because I was just too busy doing what I was doing and shit. But I tried it, like when I was a kid, when I was like 14, I was dropping like songs on YouTube. They fucking suck, you know what I mean? But
so you have a catalog before?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna put that out there, because that shit was whack as fuck, you know. But
it's still up there.
It's still up there. Somebody
I'll find
put it, but it's not in Pkayy, you know. So if you can find it, you can find it, you know. But
so there's songs of you like
from when I was a little ass kid. Yeah, when I was like 14. I'll tell you the name later. I'll let you hear it. I don't mind it. You know what I mean? I was a little ass kid and shit, but I was trying. But then, like I said, you know, I ended up going a different route, and I just said fuck everything. Like everything that could have helped me, I put all that shit to the side, you know. And it's just like I focused on just being in the streets. So that's what.
So the idea was already kind of there a little bit.
Yeah.
And then where you were sitting, you made a couple before you went to the county. I mean to prison the last time. You were in your forklift job. So that's when you really got the idea when you were driving the forklift.
Yeah, because it's like,
damn, that forklift's powerful.
You just always want to do better, you know, try to see what could happen, because like when you get older, bro, like you don't want to be older, or you don't want to be an old ass man and be like, what could have happened if I would have done it? Yeah. But then you're already old, and it's like, I never did it. So you're always gonna have that in your head, like, fuck, I should have done it, you know. So it's like, that's what really made me pull the trigger, you know, like, fuck it, just do it now. You're still kind of young. At the time when I started, I was like 25, 26, you know. So it's like, try it. and then see what happens. And if it doesn't work, then cool. But at least you know that you tried it.
Yeah, I tried it.
You know what I mean? Because then you'll never know, and then you're always gonna have the fucking doubt in your head, like, fuck, I should have tried it.
See, that's what I'm saying, Blue. I got 9 diss songs. I should just let them all fly.
Just drop them.
Just drop them. Fuck them all.
Drop them.
Because I don't want to be, hey, PK, because I don't want to be old man and then sitting there and be like, damn, these are fire ass.
What if they would have done?
I should have just dropped them and
just drop them.
Fuck them all.
Just drop them. Put them out there. Start.
Yeah, that's a good. I like that. I like that strategy.
Sure.
Just
that's just what it was, because like I used to look at videos and shit of like fucking like, well, on Instagram,
other rappers and shit,
or just regular people that be like, fuck, if I could go back in time and see what I could have done, you know what I mean? But
like the motivational shit,
and I didn't want to be that, so it's like, fuck it, try it and see what happens, and I tried it, and I don't get crazy love, you know what I mean, but I get a good amount of love to keep me going, to make me want to do more, so it's like, cool, like, let's keep it pushing and see what happens, because it might go somewhere, and if it doesn't, it doesn't, but at least you tried it, like,
you gotta try.
You're never gonna have that doubt, so.
I got relatives like that had good lives. It's crazy, right? Like they might have worked somewhere for 40 years and then they'll be like, man, I should have
started my business.
No, or I should have went and tried to be a guitar player for a band. Right. I wanted to do that. That's what I really loved.
Well, that was life that got in the way. Fool, that had to pay bills, take care of kids.
But I tell my relative, like, you were making $70 an hour. That's a great life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they didn't live their dream though.
The dream. There you go. There you go, Blue. You said it. That's exactly what a relative told me. Yeah. I didn't live my dream.
And I'm appreciative of all the little things that I get, like the little support, the little love, you know what I mean? Even because I met you out there in Denver, for the people that don't know and shit. Like, even getting...
I was outnumbered 20-5. Fuck, dog, damn.
Even getting like...
PK versus Opina. Nah, fuck what you done. Nah, it was all love, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. But even getting flown out and having somebody pay for everything, great, right? It's like cool, like for somebody to look at you like that and do all that for you is like cool. Like, I don't even look at myself like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but somebody else does. Like,
oh, that promoter was happy to bring you out there.
No, he really was. Yeah, and shout out to him. Shout out David Pistols. You know what I mean? Like,
shout out Pistols, man.
He did his shit.
He's the underdog out there.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I'm not in a bad way. I'm just saying he's the dude in the street. I think the best promoters, in my opinion, are El Gacho, the one that did Chito Rana's tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's a big one, no? It's a big promoter.
And David Pistols. But they know each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I didn't really get to talk to David Pistols a lot because there was like certain situations when we got there and shit. But he's cool though. He's cool. And shout out to him for everything that he did. He's highly appreciated.
He's fucking way out there. I'm gonna say it right here because that's my boy. He's sporadic as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
He'll call you out of nowhere or what?
Nah, he just goes 100 miles, 180 miles an hour, bro. You know what I mean? Really like trying to keep up with him is like trying to keep up with fucking Speedy Gonzalez, dog.
Yeah, sometimes I think he can't even keep up with himself. Sometimes, but
that's the boy.
Shout out to him though, and shout out to the homie.
I will tell you this: when those guys get going, him and Prada, and they bring artists out there and they get going, they take care of everything.
Okay.
Flights, your bag.
That's dope.
You already know. You got your flight.
That's the first time, and that's the first time I ever been anywhere out of state. So that was cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, shit. I didn't even think I was bumping into anybody out there.
Yeah, I know. I tripped out when I seen it. They told me, "Oh, Pina's gonna be here." I was like, "What? Hell yeah!"
I know, dog.
That's cool.
Nah, it's cool. How's the flight?
It was cool. 2 hours, nothing major. It was cool. Yeah. The flight back though was fuck. Like I said, I was out there with the homies from Denver and shit. You know what I mean? So I didn't sleep the whole night, and then I had a flight at 6 in the morning. I almost didn't make it, bro, just for being fucking drunk with all these fools. You know what I mean? So shout out to the homies from Denver too. You know what I mean?
I pulled the old man move. They were like, "Hey, it's PK. They're all partying up here," and I said, "Oh yeah, I'll be right up." And I snuck in.
Went back to bed.
Yeah, snuck in my room and shut the room down. Dude, I had a horrible cough. Remember?
Hey, you didn't get no fucking ding dong ditches. The little homies were doing that shit to
hey, bro,
fucking
I heard, like, I did hear knocks at the door, but I didn't answer.
Okay.
I just fucking kept. I went to bed.
Shout out to the little homies from Denver for doing all that stupid shit, But like,
remember, I had a bad cough, man. I couldn't breathe.
That's true. Yeah.
Remember, I was like, hey, I apologize to the crowd because the elevation.
Okay.
It was getting to me, bro.
Oh really?
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh shit.
You don't feel it because you're a young buck.
Somebody trying to get in the back door right there.
Yeah, but it was fun, man. Those shows are always fun, and anything I could do to help. I know other promoters too, PK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Just like them, but in other states.
Okay.
Underground, but hey,
Okay.
you can move around, you know?
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yes,
That's
sir.
dope. Nah, yeah, just let me know, you know? Like,
Yeah, hell yeah. Now we can
link us up and shit for sure.
do some other shit, you know?
Hell yeah. And that's one thing I'm gonna focus on now. Like this year, I want to focus on more solo shit. You know, like no more features. You know, like the features are cool and all, but like I said, like you go to the channel that I have, my YouTube channel, the ones that I do alone are higher than anything I've ever done with anybody else, and I got well-known names. You know, and shout out to them. You know what I mean? Like it was a pleasure working with you guys. You know, and the numbers are cool. But I look at my solo shit and I'm just like, damn, that shit makes me feel like they want to hear more solo shit. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's like that sometimes. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Are the rappers good on it though? Like
Yeah.
sometimes when you get features,
well, it's like Problem the Goon, Baby Bounce. You know what I mean? Well-known names, the homie Street Active.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like there's a bunch of homies.
That's
that
your
are,
most recent one with Baby Bounce.
with
right?
Baby Bounce. Yeah, it's the one I just dropped last month. Shout out Baby Bounce for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
those are good names.
That's what I'm saying.
Those
Yeah.
can rap, dog.
Yeah.
Baby
hell
Bounce is
yeah,
tight. Problem the Goon's good artist.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's hard to get views, you know?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
You know, authentically, and you kind of got to be, how do you say?
Gotta get in the algorithm real quick.
Yeah,
Sometimes it takes a little longer than usual.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But once your name starts catching buzz and everything you drop will start getting thousands of views. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, because I thought, and I'm not here to throw anybody under the bus,
Right.
but like Doughboy IE, like he can
Okay.
flow. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, but he gets
Is
no
that-
views, huh?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The video they shot, I think they shot it here.
Yeah.
I think it has like 1,200 views, but there were so many artists here. So I'm wondering, like, and I seen the views, and I'm like, man, that can't be right. You know, it was
How many views he
real.
got?
Man, it's like, oh, man.
Well, that's because they're probably not in the algorithm the way it works.
It was
is
probably,
crazy,
it's
fool.
probably, and I'm not even trying to lie. It's probably like 1,000 views in like a month.
Yeah.
But all the rappers that were here got pretty decent buzzes.
Okay.
So I'm thinking it's gonna go
For sure.
crazy, you know, but it didn't, and that just could be algorithm.
Could it be them not supporting each other?
I don't know.
Nobody reposted it. Nobody
Yeah,
did
most of the
nothing.
time that's
It could
what
be
it
that
is.
too. Yeah, I didn't see a lot of reposting, but then again, I mean, I wasn't looking. They might have got reposted, but I think you're right. You got to be.
You gotta support, fool.
Yeah, no, and the algorithm too.
Well, nowadays it also has to do with your charisma too. You know, like the way you
Yeah.
carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you are. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's where like nowadays it's more like a popularity contest than what you got going on in the music. Like you can have bars like a motherfucker. And I know a
Yeah.
lot of motherfuckers that got bars. You know, and they should be up there. You know what I mean? But it's more of like a popularity contest now. It's like how you look, how you speak.
But it's
the way
always
you
been
act.
it's always been like
Has
that.
it?
Yeah, because
Okay.
if you take it back, I always do it to the Tupac era. Wu-Tang and them were way better lyricists.
Okay.
You know, they had the bars, but Tupac had that charisma.
Right,
He
right.
had that, you know what I mean?
That gangster shit.
yeah, put the bandana to the side, talk crazy to the camera.
Yeah, but he had the skills too.
And he had skills.
He really
yeah, he
did,
did.
yeah.
He had skills too.
So
So it's like a double whammy right there. You
Yeah,
know,
the
if you got
double
both of
whammy.
those shits, then
Then you
you're for
can-
sure gonna make it.
yeah.
You know,
like we hear Wu-Tang, right? But we don't put them up there with Pac,
exactly.
you know, because they didn't have the
And they got bars, but
they
they
don't have
lack
the charisma. Yeah. They're more like on the mic, like when you interview the Wu-Tang, they're just kind of like, yeah, Wu-Tang forever, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like their style, yeah, that's it.
Fuck.
Like Wu-Tang forever, you know what I mean? Go get the Wu album. That's how they talk.
Yeah.
Then Tupac was like, yeah, Machiavelli.
Just talking all the time, you know what I mean?
Forget them over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I see Nas, he was a punk.
Talking shit
Yeah,
all the
talking
time.
shit, yeah. You know, so like,
And
it's-
that's what it really is, you know?
You know,
Like
you
People
gotta
like the
have-
drama.
they like the
They like
drama.
the drama. They like the bullshit.
They don't want to say they do, but it was
Oh, they
even.
love it.
It was entertaining to me too in the '90s,
So
watching all that
that
shit.
video you're talking about that they shot here, if they would have did somebody, would have went up.
Yeah,
That's really what it is, yeah.
They would have went up.
Like
They
right
would've
now,
went up.
I could diss a random name and it'll go up, it'll go viral.
It'll be
you
in
know,
all
like-
the vlog sites tomorrow. Fool.
Exactly.
Like, every little page
Yeah.
you can think about. PK did so and so.
Yeah.
Bam, bam. Your
Easy.
picture next to their picture.
Yeah.
Bam,
Big
bam,
old
bam,
drama,
bam, bam,
yeah,
you know?
that's
You
that's
know?
the main
And
thing.
by the way, if anybody wants to get this and make some money and go viral, let's do it.
There you go. Doc. Yeah, I think too though you could take your charisma another way, like when you're in other places, out of
Yeah.
state or not home, like in the LA area.
Yeah.
I think by you using that whatever charisma you have towards the fans, and get them to want to see you next time.
Right.
Like, yo, what's up, man? Hey, buy this. Hey, come to the back, fool. I got this smoke. And you're chopping it up with them. You're like, man, you ever been to LA? It looks like this. They'll start being like, oh, shit. That's how you got to talk. If you're just there and you're like this and they're like, hey, what's up, man? You're like, what's up, homie?
But that might be your
what you need. You know what I mean?
But that might be your character, though.
Yeah. I mean,
what do you know? You got.
I like to talk to. I like to talk to the people. I'm not gonna lie. I like to get back there and be like, hey, what's up, man? Where you go to college at? You know what I mean?
Oh, the fuck?
Yeah, dog. Yeah, no, I do, bro.
College?
Yeah, where'd you go? You know, like, what are you doing with your life? Like, oh, I'm gonna be this. Oh, that's a dope job. I could talk like that because I like that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's inspirational, bro. What are you gonna be back there like this? Like, yeah, homie. Like, shit. Yeah, I'm from the hood.
Yeah,
and people are gonna be scared, dog. Like, what the fuck?
True that.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
But some people don't have them people skills, though. Some people don't have the you know.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah.
How many interviews have we done where we have somebody that sits here and they'll answer everything with one word?
Oh yeah.
One word.
And I made that mistake before, acting like that, but it's not. It wasn't me just because I'm like that, because I'm not like that. But there's times where I be fucking up, I be hungover or whatever. Like, let's say if I were to pull up right here and I'm all fucking hungover because I was out last night and shit, I'll probably be just like how he said, just right here, short replying everything, you know. But I made sure to get some well rest, you know what I mean? Come over here like cool, you know, and do what I gotta do, because I can't make the same mistake twice, you know what I mean? Because then people look at you like, damn, that's how he is. Why you even put him on there? You know what I mean? He's just all quiet and shit, not even saying shit, and that's what makes people not want to fuck with you no more. Yeah.
But that's why I said. I recommend you get your rest and be a little more flamboyant. That's why I told you at the Denver show. You see how I talk to the crowd? Mm-hmm. I did a lot of that.
You do your shit.
I talk because I want them to understand and to know that I'm human and that I'm not like some fucking robot that's unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker.
Or those rappers that think they're bigger than what they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're an up and coming artist and you're already acting like you fucking
all Hollywood and shit.
Yeah. Because somebody recorded that and they was saying that I was short of breath, and they're like, look at this fool, he's short of breath. Yeah, but I'm like, bro, I'm human. Like, I get short of breath.
Well, fuck this shit. I haven't seen that shit yet.
I seen a little someone try to send it to me. You know, there's haters all around, bro.
That's crazy. I haven't seen that shit.
Yes.
You did your shit, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The crowd turning up and everything. Yeah, me turning up. I'm over there. You know what I mean?
I think we recorded it just so you know.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, you posted it.
Did you wear those shorts on stage?
Damn, dog, they getting on
I know, that's what I'm like, what are they talking about? And I look down.
Shorts.
I was like, look at fool.
Just shorts.
I think they were shorter.
Fuck, man. They clown on the little.
What possessed you to wear them shorts, big dog?
It's fucking hot, dog. It's 120
you pick
degrees.
Some long motherfuckers, fool.
Fuck, dog. Before I came in, I was telling myself PK and Blue get me in the shorts today, dog.
They said old Peanut brought back the Daisy Dukes.
Damn, dog. Well, fuck.
Not the Daisy Dukes.
They're just shorts. I mean, they go down more. I just didn't put them down.
They said then the UPS shorts.
Is that what they said? Fucking hey, dog. But here's the thing: whose size 7 shoes are those right there? Fuck, dog.
Who are they? Better be yours, Blue.
I don't know.
But damn, you size 7, bro?
Size 7.
That shit does not go with you.
Every time you wear something crazy, fool, they get on me. I didn't even know they were gonna get on my shorts today, bro.
Scoot them down, fool.
You really did it?
Sag them up. I'm not doing shit, bro. Fuck the chat. Nah, but that's cool though, man. You know, having an understanding of like you kind of like you say, you kind of know to have charisma and shit like that. A lot of rappers won't do that. I see a lot of rappers, they'll just be like they're like just, you know, like up in the air. And it's like, come on,
and then they wonder why, but that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. Like, if you want to do this shit, you have to put your face out there. You have to act a certain way. You have to, and if it's hard for you to do, then maybe it's the wrong field for you. You know, like because you kind of have to do all that shit. You have to be with the bullshit. You know what I mean? And it's like fucking, even I struggle with it too myself. You know what I mean? But like, I'm gonna be who I am. Period. You know, like this is just genuinely me. You know, like, and I'm not right here acting all crazy or nothing. You know, but like, I know what time it is, you know, and I know what to do, and I'm not gonna be right here fucking acting a fool neither, making myself look like a fucking clown, you know, because there's some people that make themselves look stupid as fuck.
Like cloud chasing and shit.
Yeah, like trying their hardest because they're really acting and they're really trying hard as fuck, but then they just end up looking stupid. But then sometimes like that can also make you go viral too because you're acting a fucking fool. But it don't make you go viral in a bad way. But it's like
for that moment.
But all publicity is good publicity at the same time, you know. So it's like.
So you down with the cloud chasing shit?
I'm not down with it, but if that's what you think is gonna help you out and get you your views or whatever, then go ahead. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna knock nobody's hustle off. You know, like go ahead, do what you gotta do. You know, but me personally, I wouldn't do that. You know, because it's like some shit ends up backfiring on you. You know? So,
hell yeah, it does.
Hell yeah, and then you gotta deal with the consequences because, like I said, there is consequences to everything that you do. Yeah. You know, whether it's with your people or with a higher power. You know, so.
Let me ask you this: if you're doing a song, right, and there's a rapper out, and he's like in our genre, you know, I say street rap. I'm not gonna say Chicano rap or black rap,
because it's not what it is.
Just hip hop, right? In California, and this dude could write. Like you hear it, and it's like, damn, that shit's tight.
Yeah,
this fool could write, but you know that he's not living that life. Will you collab with him?
Nah.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Now, if
hold on.
Go ahead.
Why wouldn't you collab with him?
I've had the opportunity, and I just won't because I'm not against it, but I kind of am too. You know, like it's just like it's kind of disrespectful to the homies that really do live that life. You know what I mean? Like when you rap about that type of shit and you're not really about it, you're kind of spitting at all the homies that really do fucking live that life because it's like, this shit ain't easy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't choose to live this life. We do what we do, and then we go through so much shit, and that's just what we talk about because we really went through that, you know? And for somebody that hasn't gone through that and then they just talk about it and rap about it and everything is like, my boy, sometimes I feel like putting you in that situation so you can see what it really is about. You know what I mean? Because it's not funny. It's just not a joke. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers really go through shit, you know? Like everybody goes through shit, of course, you know? Like I'm not gonna say they don't, but if you're talking all crazy on the mic and everything and you really haven't done everything you're doing, and then when shit hits the fan and it's time for you to really do everything you're talking about, are you gonna do it? And if you don't do it, then that's where you fucked up. You know, because like I said, once again, it goes back to what I just said. There's consequences for everything that you do. You feel me? So if you're gonna talk about it, you better be ready for the consequences because there is gonna be consequences. You know, whether it's today or in a few years later down the road, there's always gonna be consequences for what you say. You feel me?
Yeah, it's true. So with that being said, would you do a feature with someone like Drake then? Because he talks about a lot of stuff that he's never lived.
If it's a song about females or if it's a song about like not just because I've never really heard.
You know what I'm saying? He does stuff clever. Like
like if
he'll throw stuff like I'll put 100K this on this. Like he talks that money like shit. Boss shit. Like
because he really does live that life. He does.
No. I'm saying like on people though. Like I've heard him be slick with stuff like that. Like he's really street, but we know he's not street.
Right.
So is that the same? Would you do a feature with him?
That's not the same because Drake is not rapping about gang shit. You know what I mean? Like he's not rapping about fucking shooting somebody and fucking.
He's never rapped about shooting somebody?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, he has.
He has?
Yeah.
You listen to a lot of Drake?
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm for sure.
I listen to Drake, but not all his shit, so I wouldn't really know, you know?
I'm just asking because
but when it comes to that, okay, look, like, and not to be a hypocrite or nothing, but it's like somebody in that status where they could actually put you to a position where you want to be. Maybe you want to try it, you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's going to help you out in your career, you know what I mean? Okay. So like, because you're talking about Drake, that motherfucker's up there.
But that's what I'm saying. So if a homie was like that way up there with millions and millions of dollars.
But that's a homie though. If it's a homie and you're
okay, let's say he wasn't a homie. Let's just say he was a Mexican from California.
And you're not a fuck. See that's where it gets difficult because like if you claim to be a homie but you're not really what you're talking about, I can't work with you, bro, because it's like you're not really about that life. And like I said, you don't have to be about that life, but just, you know, like you don't gotta talk about that. You can talk about something else, dog. Like talk about some bitches or some shit. Talk about fucking the way you grew up, you know? Like there's nothing wrong with it. Like there's homies that don't live that life and they get off and they're not talking about that. You know what I mean? Like they're talking about some other shit. And you feel me? Like
what if it's just the art though? What if that rapper talks about it like that. He's not with the business, but that's just his art form.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Like
it's a tricky question.
He's basically saying like he's been in California, so he sees it, but he's turning it into a masterpiece when he writes. Like he's writing about your story because he saw it growing up, but he didn't live it. But he can put it in words, and when you hear it, it sounds like a Tupac song.
Well, I think usually dudes that do that and they're talking about somebody else's life, I think, don't they get permission from whoever they're talking about and shit? Like, if you get permission from somebody to rap about, like, let's say this person, like, you know how corridos work, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know how corridos, like, the fools that are singing it, they're singing about somebody else.
Yeah.
They're singing about somebody else's life story. And obviously because that person paid them to make the song, you know what I mean? So if you do that and you're talking about somebody else and they gave you the okay to do that, then that's okay, you know, because they're giving you that because they can't do it, so they'll pay you or they'll tell you to do it for them just to have something for them, you know. So I look at it in that way. Like, if it's like that, then all right, fuck it, you know.
Yeah.
But if it's not like that, then just be careful with what you say, you know, because
it gets tricky.
It's crazy.
With us,
Nah, it's crazy for sure.
That's a good question.
Yeah, but
that was a good question. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't think it should be like that. I think it should be like if the rapper can rap good.
Yeah.
That's what it should be about, the artistry.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Because we all bump Tupac, and we all know that he was. A lot of it was you know, his charisma. If he does
good music, as long as you know who you are and the guy does good music, that's all that matters.
That's cool too. But the question was if I would work with him and shit. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what you do, cool. Go ahead, keep going. You know what I mean? I don't worry about what the next man is doing, never. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody else is doing. I'm worried about what I'm doing, you know? So if that's what you do, cool, keep it going. You know? Like, I'm not going to be right there. I'm not going to be the one to go over there and tell you, like, hey, fool, you need to stop doing that because of woo-de-woo.
No, but that closes doors for you because now you might not work with that artist because he's not real or whatever. And he might be on. He might be the key to put you on. And over the streets, now you then lost a potential door that was open.
That's true, but there's also other doors where there is other rappers that really are about that or that talk about some shit that they really be, just like me, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, that'll close that door, but then there's another door that I could enter that actually has homies that are doing what they do, you know? So it's like, it's okay, I could close that door and I'll be fine with that because this door is also open right here, you know? So it's like, there's million doors.
Routes.
Yeah, there's so many routes. It's not, that's not the only route, you know? So it's all right, you know, like there's other opportunities and, you know, like, but it's like I said, I don't hate on anybody that's doing their thing. Go ahead, do your thing, you know, like, and if it's something where it'll benefit me, then okay, yeah, I'll think about it. Like, if it'll benefit me in the best way, then let's get it, you know what I mean? But it's just like I said, not to be a hypocrite or nothing, but it's just like, the question was like, how do you feel about rappers that speak about shit that they're not about? It's just, that's just how I feel about it. Like, if that's what you want to talk about, cool, just be ready for the outcome, you know?
Yeah, because there's always repercussions.
Yeah, there is, you know? And then after, like, there's people that get exposed, you know? And when it really hits the fan, you know? And when it hits the fan, it's just, you gotta be careful.
When the tortillas hit the beans, dog.
Yeah, no, yeah, for
Let me ask you this. What's, who would you want to work with out here in California?
Man.
Like, you work with some of the homies already.
Yeah, for sure.
Excuse me.
There's a lot of good artists out right now, you know what I mean? It's just kind of hard, but like Lil Weirdo's cool, you know what I mean? King Little G's cool as fuck, you know what I mean? I actually got a song coming soon with Young Dopey, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna do the video for that soon, and when we drop it. I'm gonna go hard with Young Dopey, the homie Chino the P, and Young True. You feel me?
Young who?
Young True. He's a homie from Linwood. He's from my team and shit. You know, he's upcoming. We just did a mic drop yesterday for LA Icon. Me and the homie Young True from Linwood. You know, so we doing what we gotta do and shit. We working. You feel me? Like, we haven't put anything out right now, but when it all comes out all at once, you know, like,
yeah, that's gonna be.
We doing what we gotta do. You know, like.
So you would want to work with you said G and.
Lil Weirdo's cool.
Lil Weirdo.
Young Drummer's cool too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Young Drummer boy, he's cool. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of rappers, bro. You know, but I just don't really like to throw names out there and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
like,
just asking who would you work with.
Yeah, for sure.
Know,
there's a lot of potential rappers that be cool as fuck. If I meet you, I have the chance to work with you, then let's get it. You feel me?
Yeah, hell yeah.
But hell yeah.
What about any rappers from out of state?
Man,
that you fuck with?
I don't really know any out-of-state rappers other than the ones that I met in Denver and shit.
You're strictly
the youngsters
in-house.
from over there, you know. But
Cali in-house, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you listen? You don't listen to anything?
That's my problem right there.
Is it?
That I don't really like tap in too much into what everybody else. Like I said, I don't really tap in too much in what everybody else is doing, but I should, because that's where you know, peep game and shit. You know, like maybe they're doing something that could give you an idea and help you out a little more. You know, but I'm always focused on what I'm doing. You know, like do what you gotta do, and then you know. But for sure, there's a lot of potential out there. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of dudes doing their shit. You feel me? So shout out to all them. Hell yeah.
Do you think there's more rappers nowadays?
Hell yeah.
Than there was before?
Low key, nowadays everybody raps. Like, goddamn. Like, everybody raps.
True.
It's like, fuck, you got a rapper from every damn neighborhood nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's doing it.
Well, it's easy nowadays. You just get in the closet and
because of social media, hell yeah.
press record on your phone.
And like, once they start something, it's like becomes everybody's on that P shit right now. Yeah. I see them get the P. They just rep the P all the time everywhere. Like it's just, I feel like it. Like I see people with the P hats on. I'm like, it's like a new thing. I'm like
it was Parkside for a while.
Yeah, and then it's now everybody's like, I hear everyone on P's. I'm like, what? So many different.
Yeah, rest in peace, Sway too. Yeah. Hey, he went hard. That little youngster went hard.
You liked his music?
He was cool.
Yeah.
He was cool.
He had a different little style, you know.
Yeah, I didn't really get to listen to his music until he passed away, sadly. You know what I mean? So when he passed away, that's when I started really like listening to it. But yeah, he got off.
Yeah, that's dope. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now, dog?
Damn. I hope still around, you know what I mean, and successful. You feel me? Like that's the goal right there. Like to try to be the most successful you can, you know, like be able to provide for your family and be able to just be better than how you are right now, you know. That's the goal. Be better than what you are right now in 5 years. You feel me? So I mean, I hope it happens, you know. Like, tomorrow's not promised, brother. You know what I mean?
No.
Like shit happens. You feel me? So we're here today. We could be gone tomorrow. Like you know, rest in peace to homie Sucker Free. You feel me? Like shout out Sucker Free and shout out to his homeboys and shit and his family and everything. You know what I mean? But that was a cool homie right there. You feel me? Like somebody like that, it just from one day to another, you could just be gone. You know? So you gotta always just cherish every moment and try your best to be better than what you were the day before. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's just all it really is. But yeah, tomorrow's not promised. So it's like, the goal is to still be around. You feel me?
What place you want to go visit? If you could take a vacation, dog.
Man, the UK.
Why the UK?
I don't know. It's just a different environment. It's a different country. It's a whole different everything. You know what I mean? Like, the streets look different. Everything looks different. You know, it's just go see what's up over there. You feel me? Like, I've been to Mexico already. Like, my family's from Mexico and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I've been all over Mexico. That's cool, you know, but
you want to experience some
maybe Japan too. You feel me? Like, just go see different cultures. You feel me? Like,
different cultures.
Hell yeah,
I'm waiting for someone to say the Maldives, man.
What the fuck is that?
I was just about to say that.
Were you for real? The Maldives?
What is that?
Oh, you don't? Oh, you guys don't know what that is? Man, it's like a chain of islands, like 1,000 islands. They say it's the most beautiful place on earth, and every island has those water bungalows where they, you know what I'm talking about, like in Dubai, and it's expensive. You're gonna spend probably like $40K for 2 people for like a weekend. It's called the Maldives. Look it up, and when you look it up, I try to put stuff in motion because I'm not there yet. I've been to a lot of places, but I watch it like once a week.
You've been to Denver.
No. See, he be hating. I went to Hawaii for my birthday.
Baby.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Homie.
The only place Blue has been is the taco stand around the corner from his pad.
That's a fact. I don't deny it, my boy. Now the question is,
Spencer, dog. Hey, my bad, bro. I love you to death, homie, but that's the truth, dog.
If those shorts can talk, what are the stories they gonna say, my boy?
I've been to Hawaii, Japan. But
you been to Hawaii?
Yeah.
How is that shit? She cool?
Yeah, I've been there a lot of times. Yeah.
Okay.
But I want to get to the Maldives, bro.
Okay.
That's where you gotta be.
You know what's another good spot? I just said Mexico, but Tulum would be cool too to see the fucking pyramids.
That's in Mexico. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like that would be cool.
Yeah, I'd be looking at all those fucking places in the Bahamas and shit. Like
all the bougie.
We got to get there, dog. Yeah, bro. It's not impossible.
It's not. It's
not impossible.
Man, we could even do it now, you know. But it's like life, like I say, gets in the way. Sometimes.
Yeah, you're gonna break your whole bank account. That's what's gonna happen. Go to the Maldives, I'm broke.
Done.
40K, I'm goners.
Just for a little experience, huh?
Just for a 3-day weekend, bro. But that shit's tight though. Some of them places come with butlers and shit, you know.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
You
dope.
never looked up the Maldives?
No.
Google them today.
You ain't never been nowhere else, Blue?
No, I've been places.
Oh, okay.
Vegas.
This motherfucker lying.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I ain't never even been to Vegas. Like, God damn, I ain't never been to Vegas.
Vegas is Mexico.
Fuck. That's right. Hell yeah.
Hey, Vegas can get expensive too.
I ain't never been to
dog.
Vegas, bro. I need to go to Vegas. I ain't never been to Vegas. Yeah. Like, I'm already fucking.
What are you, like 25?
Nah.
No?
I'm in my late 20s already. Like,
Fuck, that's
almost,
young.
I'm almost
He
30.
says late 20s.
Nah, but I'm almost 30, you know? So it's like, and I haven't been to Vegas. Like, everybody goes to Vegas when they're like 21 and shit, you know? Like, go have some fun or whatever. And I never been there. Just
that's always
around.
the plan, huh? 21, go to Vegas.
Go to Vegas and have fun and shit.
Go to the stratosphere.
Circus.
Circus. That's the old school shit, bro.
It's not there no more?
It's there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. They haven't. I don't think they chopped it down yet. What do they call? What's the old place called? Fremont. That's the old
Strip.
Old strip. Yeah, dog. It's fun right there. Remember, I was telling you that you get to kick a dude in the balls, and if you could fucking hurt him, he'd give you $100. Yeah. Yeah, but he's got on some fucking
that's crazy
force
right
field
there.
or something, dog. I don't know what he's got on.
That's fucking crazy right there.
Cup.
Yeah. So what's the deal? You got an album coming out?
I'm trying to work on an EP. That's what I'm trying to do because, like I said, focus more on solo shit. So I'm trying to work on an EP where it's just me, no features, just me. You know,
Zero features.
You know, because that'll probably work out good for me. You know, so I'm on that. I'm working. You know, it's gonna take a little time, but I'm on it.
Are you gonna do all original beats?
Yeah, for sure. Well, all my beats are mine. I own all rights to all my beats. I don't get no beats from YouTube. Everything that I have is me. I buy the beats exclusive. You know.
Yeah,
so,
buy the exclusive beats.
Yeah, so that's how I do it because
Stays dressing like the high schooler.
What do you say?
I have no idea.
Oh, penis stays dressing like the high. I don't give a fuck. That's good. I'll keep it young. Fuck, dog. See why they mad? Shit. That's cool though. Getting them from scratch is better, but
it's way better, yeah, because you own all rights, so you can do whatever the fuck you want with that shit.
Do you have someone that makes the beats?
Lately, I've been working with IG Chrome. He's a producer that hooks me up with beats and shit. Like, he shows love, so I get him for the low and shit, and it's all good, you know. But
shit, I might need that hookup.
Yeah, for sure. Look him up on Instagram, IG Chrome. Shout out IG Chrome. You feel me? Like, if you see this shit, you know what time it is. But he's a good
what do you think
producer.
your style of beats are?
Fuck,
like I got a style,
Trap,
right?
like
Everyone
trap
goes,
and shit like
like
that?
it could be dark hip hop, dark trap.
I don't know. I just try to be real, bro. You know. But when it comes to features and shit, and they're rapping about some shit, I try to match what they're talking about. You know what I mean? So if, like, for example, work with Baby Bounce, and he's talking about some shit, I'm gonna try to match that, and I could relate to it, obviously. You know. So
yeah, I get that, but I'm saying, like, the beats, like when we hear your style of music, and you're hearing beats, like when you hear Bone Thugs, you know it's dark, right? Is that considered like dark?
Bone Thugs? No.
That's not dark.
Their early stuff, maybe.
yeah.
Okay, early stuff.
That shit pumps me up though. Bone Thugs, that shit.
Yeah,
the music
but
has always like pumped me up.
But it's dark though.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not. In other words,
most of the time I'm not understanding what the fuck they talking about, but that shit go hard.
I understand. That's one of my probably my favorite.
Motherfuckers are
crew
fast, bro.
But like, I'm not bumping them in the club. I'm not bumping them at home watching TV.
But even back in the days, you guys weren't bumping them in the parties and shit. Bone Thugs?
Not really. Pac,
Nah?
like, he had all the hits, radio hits.
Okay.
Bone Thugs was more like on the creep, in the whip.
Oh yeah, that's
you know.
true.
You see, so that's what I'm saying. Like, your style of music. I
have certain songs where it's like creep. Like the one I did with Problem the Goon, that's that shit you want to slide to. You know what I mean? Baby Bounce, that's that shit you just talking shit. You know what I mean? My solo track, that's just some shit you just, that shit go hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, you
so you're making all kinds of different
It's all types of shit,
sounds,
bro. You gotta kind of like, you know, be versatile. You know what I mean? Like, try to like mix it a little bit. You know, like.
Yeah, because Bone Thugs did have a couple radio songs that were mellow.
Yeah,
First of the month.
Well, there we go.
Look into my eyes.
Yeah.
First of the month.
For the love of money. You know what I mean? Like,
I still feel like first of the month is like dark. All that's dark.
Really?
Yeah.
Wake up.
The first of the month?
Yeah.
Why?
I just feel it like
Crossroads.
that. Yeah, there you go. That's a good
one
example.
is more like like reminiscent type shit. Yeah.
They didn't have much though. Most of their shit was dark. East 1999 was like all dark.
Yeah, it was like 3 6 Mafia, the first.
Same thing.
But that was the beginning, though. After they got radio success, they started changing it, a little bit.
Yeah. So it comes with that. Yeah, different
Plus,
styles.
90s rap was way different than today's rap.
For sure.
Yeah. Do you think 90s rap is better than today's rap? You coming from this era? I want your opinion. Be honest.
90s rap was, for sure. I think so. Well, because look, for example, like me, like I'm still young, you know what I mean? But I still listen to all that. Like that's still what I bump, So when you ask me about the new rappers, I hardly listen to them because I'm still listening to that.
Yeah.
I'm still listening to all the throwback shit because it just goes hard, you feel me?
There it is.
Yeah, and there is rappers that go hard nowadays, but it's like I listen to one song, whatever, But it's like I'm not tuned in 100%. Where it's like I want to
catalog.
I want to listen to the whole album. It's just like this certain song is hard, But it's like I still listen to all the throwback shit too, For sure. Well, I grew up around it, so that's just what I know, For sure.
Yeah, and there wasn't as many rappers too. Now it's more quantity over quality. Yeah. And everybody pushes out records so fast now. They don't wait and give it time.
Exactly.
Everything's like boom, 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 boom.
And that's what I'm still learning too, how to try to like promote your shit before you drop it, because that's also important, you know what I mean? Like get people to wanna hear it when it finally drops. If you just drop it just like that, it's just like, all right, cool, some people are probably not even tuned in yet or whatever, and it takes you a little longer to fucking get your views. But if you promote it and promote it and promote it to the point where it's like, come on, drop that shit already, boom, when you drop it, it's like bam, there it is,
You don't
like,
think you don't think the promotion is like talking about it's your face, your image, like boom, they want to tune in because they already know who you are. Like it's that type of shit now.
And that was my problem for a bit because like I said, I've never really had promotion pages do my shit, because obviously you gotta pay for these promo pages and shit, and I don't mind paying, right? But it's just like I don't know, I've always just wanted to get it out the mud myself, and that's how it's been for me all the time. Like I've never done it through a promotion page, you know what I mean? And there has been some where they'll just do it off the natch, and I didn't even ask them to, and it's like cool, you know what I mean? But some of these promo pages, I don't know what the fuck they think this is, like they be trying to tax, like got me fucked up. I just get it out the mud myself, like, and it's been going all right, like it's cool.
How do you feel like with the way this shit is, like a lot of rappers, and I'm coming to understand it more. Not to say that I agree with everything, but when guys are out here just acting a fool, dog, throwing up the gang, and has that changed? That's the new wave, no? Seems like it.
That's what it looks like.
Everybody's doing it, and there's nobody saying, hey, that's right, that's wrong. It's kind of like accepted now.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful. This shit, like I said earlier, like eventually it might not be said out here. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you get busted, hopefully you never get busted. Maybe you might have the consequences in there, So who knows, But I don't really, like I said, I don't really pay attention to what anybody else is doing. But just be careful. That's it. That's all I could really say.
Yeah. With everything too, like the whole there was another podcast. They got guys that were on there got a fat case. You heard about that to that other podcast, and that's what I tell the young homies. Like, you got to be careful because they watch, and then it makes it seem like it's cool, but they might be letting you hang yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like.
Well, that's usually how they work. They'll wait for you to keep going and talking and talking. And once they build it up enough, boom, you're done. So it's like you gotta be careful with what you say, for sure. And it also has to do with the person interviewing you too. If they start asking, they start asking like setup questions, or like questions that are just like, you're trying to make me incriminate myself. Like, you got to be able to catch that. Like, because if you can't catch it, then fuck.
Well, we always ask. I always ask. Where'd you grow up?
No, right, for sure.
And I'm not asking you what you bang.
No,
but
for sure.
We've had some guests. As soon as I ask them that, they're like, "Oh, I'm from here." Like, I didn't ask you that, but if that's what you're gonna say, then that's.
But I mean, at the end of the day,
you, bro.
If you're asking me where I'm from, I'm gonna tell you where I'm from, because it's not like like everybody knows that shit already.
Right.
Who does know that shit? You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, I'll answer that, but like, for example, asking about the cases that I caught and everything, like, for example, shit like that, you gotta watch how you say it. How you answer that, because it's like. it might have been a closed case already. But if you say some shit that they didn't know about and they probably think they could pick it up again, then they will. Best believe they will, bro.
That's true.
You know? They really will. So just be careful on what you say always.
I always tell them, hey, if you don't want to talk about it, just tell the interviewer next question.
Exactly. That's
it. That's as simple as that.
That's the way to do it. You know
what I mean? Hey,
but there is some fools that will go full-fledged and start talking about all that shit, and it's like...
It's because they want that.
Yeah.
They want that fame, you know? They want to prove something.
And that's not the way to do it.
Nah, proving to the internet and shit's crazy, bro. Yeah, it's just new stuff too. I'm learning. I'm trying to get better as I go on.
Now you guys do good.
Shit,
you guys do good. I was telling my manager. I've been watching you guys for a minute. You know what I mean? And fucking the Hater World was probably one of the first podcasts I ever wanted to get on. You know, so I remember when I met you out there. So I was like, "What's up, the homie Blue over here?" Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he punked his phone to get in the interview.
Damn,
that's the joke around here.
I was like, get me in there with Blue, dog. What's going on with him? You know what I mean? Like,
that's the joke around here.
Nah.
You surrounded this fool. Got
fucking Blue's crazy. Dog.
You know what I mean?
I was outnumbered 10-1, dog. So I gave PK the interview. Fuck that. I had 2 corn-fed Denver homies with me, but shit, I don't know how that far that would have gone. And I had a little pocket knife. That's about it.
Man, I have nothing, but I had these Denver motherfuckers on it. You know what I mean? Like, them fools are cool. Shout out to the Denver homies again.
Shout out to all of them, man.
Hell yeah. Scrappy Coco. Shout out to you, motherfucker. Hell yeah.
There's a bunch of homies there from Pueblo. Salute Pueblo.
Shout out to the homies from Pueblo, from Eastside Dukes, from you know what I mean? They got a bunch of autos out there. That,
Lil G.
SLO G. Shout out SLO G. Shout out to homie
Capone.
The one that
the Lowrider song.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh really?
Yeah. He wants to come out here.
Shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even
that
know
shit
that.
got like 20 million views.
Yeah. What'd you say? He what?
He did a song with Capone.
Yeah. That's it.
Damn, what the fuck? I didn't even know that.
He wants to come on, so we're gonna extend the hand. I told him he got to buy his own flight.
Surrounded again?
So yeah, that's even worse. There's 30 of them. So yeah, but we got to bring him on. Start opening up the doors, you know.
For sure, yeah.
What's the name of the EP gonna be called?
I don't know yet.
You don't know?
I don't know yet. That's a good question because you got to really think about a good name for that type of shit, you know. So let me just finish all these fucking songs and then I'll be able to come up with a good name. Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, we got the room back here, bro. That's the EP room. Let's be honest.
You know, like once I finish it, if you guys are cool with it, then you know I'll come out here and promote it.
Yeah,
you feel me? And shout out LA Icon too because I got a single coming out and you know the mic drop yesterday. It's a promotion for the song. You know what I mean? When it comes out and shit. I shot the video later the day after I did the mic drop, so we're gonna do the mic drop first, and then after I'll drop the video and shit, and then the whole song.
When was that dropped, bro?
I don't know. Whenever LA Icon's done with that shit, I don't know how long it takes.
Yeah, man. Fucking try 5 months
to edit that shit.
My interview hasn't came out. We have a legendary interview.
Shit.
5 months he hasn't dropped it.
Shit.
He's waiting. I know him, bro. He's waiting for that viral moment. Nah, he wants me to go viral and do something crazy.
He's waiting for you to die, fool.
Yeah. Fuck, dog.
Damn.
Fuck.
Once you die,
he gonna die first. What you mean? I'm gonna die? God damn, clip that, bro.
You know, when a motherfucker dies, this shit's more important.
When am I gonna die, bro? I'm fucking gonna live forever.
Yeah, but goddamn.
Fuck. He trying to get a.
Shout out my boy Pkayy. NBS in the house.
That's right.
You ready for phone calls or what?
You want to do some phone calls? Are you ready? We're like 2 hours in.
Shit, let's do it.
And then we'll.
We're 2 hours in. You said
about 2 hours.
Really?
Seemed like nothing.
What the fuck? This just fuck. That shit felt like 10 minutes on me. Like what the fuck?
What's that shit? Oh, that shit looks dope, huh? Damn, you're keeping all the good secrets. Let them know where they can find you real quick before we do phone calls.
Me?
Yeah, your Instagram.
So my Instagram is Pkayy96 is __ Pkayy96. So anybody who wants to follow me on Instagram. It's the same shit for YouTube. Same shit, Pkayy96. You feel me? Follow me, subscribe to my channel. I got a gang of shit coming out soon for sure. So anybody who shows love, I appreciate you guys. Hey, real quick, let me make a shout out to the homie at Chino's Exotic Munchies. If you guys ever want some fucking exotic munchies, go get them with the homie and shit.
What is that? Like food?
they're like chips
Edibles.
and candies and
Edibles.
sodas and no, they're not edibles. It's like regular snacks, but they're the shit that they don't have right here in the States. It's shit that from like Japan, from like the UK.
They
like
hook them up
like
crazy, like the chips without different shit, cheese.
That's why they call
all
them
this shit.
exotic munchies and shit. It's like regular snacks, but they're just not here. You feel me? Like you get some outrageous ass flavors and shit. You know, you get like chili cheese fries flavors or like, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. You feel me? Like shit that there's not right here in the States. You feel me? So shout out to the homie for that.
Hell yeah, sounds good.
I still want to go eat at that spread bus back east in North Carolina or something.
They got, as a matter of fact, the homie.
The one where you pull up with your own bag of chips and they'll fill it up.
Yeah, no, I seen that
No,
one.
there's that one, but there's a spread one.
Where is that one at, fool? Because that's just like
Texas.
somewhere.
It's in Texas.
Hell no,
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah,
You just take them your chips and they'll fill them
that's
up with
Texas, bro.
I've been seeing that shit's been popping over my shit like crazy.
that shit bomb,
You
dog.
take the chips and they put
And
meat
that
on
fool puts
there.
fat shit in there, like all the meats, all the fucking hell yeah. That's right.
Damn, son.
Salute to those places, bro.
We need one out here.
Something,
All right, look, the number is listed on the top left corner of the screen. It's 213-770-7838. Go ahead and call in. Do not call in blocked. Do not talk to the TV. Lower your TV. Talk directly to the phone. Number is posted on the top left corner of the screen. 213-770-7838. Come on, let's go. Get the callers in. Like the video. Share the video. Run it up.
You into the playoffs? Not since the Lakers got knocked out.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. I'm a basketball fan, so I'm watching them. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I stopped watching basketball a few years back and shit. You know, but I haven't
626. You're in the building. My bad.
Go ahead.
Hello. Hey, what's up, Blue Devil?
What's up?
Check it out. They hate on me. Now the reason why I always keep the blame on me. Break me down, hell nah, but you. And I'ma do it till I'm done. Ain't no breaks on me.
Who's that?
Break me down, hell nah, but you ain't gonna see.
We can't hear that
Blue
shit out
Devil,
loud.
Oh, you gotta put these on.
Oh shit.
You hear it or no? I was seeing the intro.
They're playing it
You
here.
hear it or
You just
no?
want to go sit in there. You could hear the phone call.
yeah, we can hear you, big dog. Shit, you did that good, man.
No, that's a rapper. I
Shout out
heard
to
that.
PK.
What rapper was
That's
that?
right. Shout out to PK.
Hey, thank you. I
Shout out
appreciate
to,
you.
Opina.
Yes, sir.
That's right, my boy. You know.
Hell yeah.
What song was that? What song was that,
That's
bro?
your song, your intro, bro. Come on,
That's
Blue.
your intro.
Fuck, Blue.
That fool said what song is that?
No wonder why he has me around, dog. You fucking forgetting, dog. Fuck. That's your intro song.
Oh, fuck.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Appreciate that.
You need haters. That's the hater's job, you know?
Well, my mind is
Right,
fucked up,
homie.
though.
Point the love, homie. Much power to all three of you, homie. Hey, feliz Dia de las Madres to all the mothers out there. dog.
Gracias, homie. Gracias.
Feliz Dia de las Madres to all your jeftitas, homie, you know?
Yeah, likewise.
Appreciate you, my boy.
Right, man. All right, al rato, man.
Gracias. T Negro in the building. What up? Yo,
That's right.
Whoa.
Cubo.
What's cracking, homie? What's up, PK?
What's cracking, my
How's
boy?
it going, my boy? Yeah, all right. It's T Negro from Westminster, UTA, Orange County, homeboy.
Mucho gusto, homie.
Just want to represent and say, you. Hey, homie, I've been listening to your stuff, right? As you're speaking. Hey, Perito, you gotta, hey, homie, keep going that route, dog. Because the morals you have, hey, they'll take you far, dog.
I appreciate
you know
that.
Just like how the Camarada Blue said, you know what I mean? Are you willing to do it with one dude or rap with one guy for fakeness, or you willing to rap with somebody who's about to beard you?
Man,
You know
I'm
what
with.
saying? Who's out there?
It don't
You know
matter,
what I
my boy. You know, as long as you
No,
do.
it does, dog. It does, my boy, because look, your rap, your get down ain't gonna match somebody who's just bogus, homie.
That's true.
Because you're gonna see him. You're gonna see him, my boy, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, Charlie, fuck this fool right here." He ain't about the madness. Just like you've been saying. I liked how you said that. I'll just test them. I'll put them to the test.
Exactly.
Put them in a situation and see what they do, see how they handle it.
That's right.
But you already know Opina got game. Game
Hell
for
yeah.
the game, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
You know, Blue, look at Blue. Just smoking away.
You're 5 seconds in the past, my boy.
I'm just chilling, homie. I'm just chilling, watching.
Hey, I appreciate you, homie. I appreciate you. Tap in with me. I appreciate you for sure. Let's lock something in. Hey, thank you. Hey, I appreciate you and mucho gusto, homie. Shout out to you.
I want to tell my baby girl, my wife Z, Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to her. Hell yeah.
You have Happy Mother's Day to them.
Hell yeah, that's right, man. That's right, man.
All right, T Negro, thanks for calling in, my boy. I appreciate you. All right, unknown caller. I picked it up on accident.
It's all good.
Yo.
Hey, I got a question for PK.
What's cracking?
Would you ever do a fucking song with an upstate fucking sureño or norteño?
Wait. Norteños are not an upstate, fool, so ask the question again, big dog.
No, sureños are not upstate, but I mean, they are, though. They got sureños upstate,
but he said, would you ever do a song with an upstate sureño or upstate norteño?
Okay. Sureño, yeah. Hell yeah. Norteño, fortunately not. You feel me?
Why not?
Just for certain reasons, like I said, you know, like I've been around for a minute, so it's just for my certain reasons. I'm not gonna speak on it on a podcast. You feel me? But I got my reasons.
You got your reasons?
Yeah, I'm not gonna speak on it. It's like, you know, it's certain shit that you can't say on a podcast, G. You know, so it's like you gotta be careful. Like I said earlier, you gotta be careful on what you say. You know, so I'm not gonna say some shit that's gonna backfire to me. So for any sureño, hell yeah, let's do it. Anything else, I'm gonna just have to hold that to myself. You feel me?
I hear you, man.
But shout out to you though. Thank you for calling in.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Mexico, you're in the building.
Hey, what's up, Blue?
What's up?
Buenas noches, homie.
Buenas noches.
All right now, Pina.
Salute, big dog.
Buenas noches, homie. This is Downer, homeboy. From Orange County, dog. Just wanted to tap in and send mine real quick. I'm just barely...
Los Angeles, California.
Hey, calling from Mexico, the reception.
Okay.
213, you're in the building.
Yeah.
Yo.
So I was just waiting.
What's up? You in the building?
Yeah. My boy, PK.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy, PK.
I appreciate that.
California, my nigga right there, do your thing, homie.
Hell yeah. I know who this is. Hey, shout out to you, Pop. I love you, nigga. I know that.
You know. I'm saying, homie, living with the room gang out here. Showing love.
All day.
All right, let's go. Next caller. Mexico, you back in the building.
Hey, shit, cutting off over here.
It was little Adrian pressing the button, fool.
Nah, he's not here right now, dog. He's out there with his little homies right now, somewhere around, having a good time. It's fucking hot as fuck over here, eh?
At nighttime in Mexico? Fool, it could be midnight, fool, and it's fucking hot.
Oh yeah, dog.
Fuck yeah, dog. Hey, especially this past couple of days, fool. It's been hot as fuck. You know, summer's right around the corner, homie. So, acá se siente, you know, when it gets cold, it's freezing, and when it's hot as fuck.
Now I know why American Cholo came.
Hell
he came
yeah.
before summer. He didn't want to come in the summer, fool.
And he's making you go during the heat of the
where
summer.
you at out there? You in Mexico? Where you at?
I'm gonna get that shit popping this week
Oh, okay. All right. Shout out to you, my boy.
Yeah,
Hell
right
yeah.
here in Tijuana. I'm right around the corner. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Been out here for a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, so I'm gonna be honest, straight up, keep it real. I barely got to the pad right now, and I just wanted to tap in. I don't know what you got going on, homeboy, but you know, whatever it may be, keep in mind that we will show support, homeboy. Whatever it is you got going on, homeboy, you know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
So I'm gonna tap in and check out your music and stuff, and see what you got going on, and cuenta con eso, homeboy. You know,
I appreciate that. That's love. Gracias, homie. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah, my boy. Hell yeah. You know, keep doing your thing and struggle and strive, and you know, everything will be all right, homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
Un chingo de gracias, homie. Gracias a ti.
A ti, my boy. Hey, shout out my son Adrian. Shout out the squad. Hey, Blue,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, salute, big dog.
Shout out to them for sure. Hell yeah.
Hey, Blue.
What's up, fool?
Hey, no, on that pod last night, that shit was feeding me, dog. You know, it was good to see homeboy under and having that conversation. You know, answer a lot of touch a lot of topics that a lot of fools might have some doubt. You know, ahí les va. Networking with Gil and shit. You know, that was a good thing right there, homeboy.
And we didn't even get to ask him a lot of shit, so we'll have a round 2 pretty soon.
Yeah, for sure. It was a good long pod, but in between them hours, you know, you get to chop it up, just, you know, bullshit here and there, and you don't really get to fucking touch a lot of se le va uno al rollo cuando estás ahí, right? You know, you forget about certain things that you want to touch bases on.
Yeah, because we're just chopping it up like
that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just chopping it up like homies, fool. We forget about that.
Homie, you know, just chopping it up with the fellas and having a good time, dog.
Yeah, facts, fool.
But yeah, hey, I'm gonna step on back, homeboy. Have a good one, dog. Ahí estamos, huh?
Likewise, right, thanks a lot, fool. Appreciate you. All right, unknown caller, you in the building. What up?
Yeah, yo, we need to bring Devourer.
Go hit him up when it's DM, fool. Tell him you want to see him over here, so that way when we hit him up, he knows. You know, he can colorate both of them together.
All right, for sure.
All right, my boy. Wake up, ese. Unknown caller, you're in the building.
Salute PK.
Thank
We're
you.
in PC together.
Oh, that's right.
Fuck, dog.
That's right. I appreciate that. Hell yeah. Who's that?
No, you heard what he said?
Nah, what'd he say? He said GP, no?
No, he said we were in PC together. The fucking.
You're a dumb motherfucker. Yeah, hell no.
951, you're in the. They do it to Drew.
Kind of dumbass
They done it to
shit.
me.
Yeah, 951, you're in the building. What up?
What's cracking? What's up with the homie? That's a PK.
What's cracking? Who's that?
It's the little homegirl.
Oh, the homegirl from the hood, huh?
Cambina.
Oh, okay, yeah. Shout out to the
Yeah.
homegirl. Shout out to Cambina. Thank you for calling in. Hell yeah.
You got a 951
Yeah,
number?
you already know. Watching you live, that's
Hell yeah.
love.
That's right. That's right. I appreciate you. Hell yeah. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah. Hey, when's the next song coming out? That's it?
In a couple weeks, for sure.
That's what's up.
yeah.
I bet. I just want to let you know we got love for you out here. You already know.
Hell yeah.
Coming
Appreciate
from
that.
Pomona.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
If Trap was here, he'd be asking where the homegirl's at.
Yeah.
Good thing Trap's not here.
All right.
All right, salute to you. Appreciate you.
Yep, salute.
All right, let's go.
Thanks for the call.
909, you're in the building.
Yo, what up, Hater World? What's up, PK?
What's cracking, my boy?
Right here, my boy, just checking out the show.
And what's up, Opina? 6 deuce.
Oh, you guys some love. You know, keep it up, bro. And, you know.
That's what they say.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for tapping in. Hell yeah.
Likewise, keep it up. Can't wait to check out the music, homie.
Thank you, homie. I appreciate that.
Saludos, fellas.
Man, he's getting nothing but good calls.
Igualmente. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Except for that one, but that's a
that shit
he
was
calls in all the time.
stupid.
But he calls all the time.
Yeah,
if we answer, you know.
But they fans regardless because they
Yeah,
watch.
they watch.
Yeah,
He waiting to the end.
Thank you for watching, but that was dumb as fuck, dog.
Yeah,
Don't ever do some dumb shit like that.
Salute to everybody that's in the building. Hit the
You'll
like
never
button.
ever see him in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these guys,
Shit was
they don't
stupid.
come out, bro.
Everybody press the like button, and if you want your super chat to be read out loud, you gotta drop $4.99 or more, and the TTS will pick it up in the loudspeaker, so we all get to hear it. So go ahead and drop your super chats. Go ahead and call in. The number is listed on the top left corner, 213-770-7838. Go ahead and call in. Let's get it in. I need the squad to call in. What up?
Hey, the TTS, TTTS, is that what you said?
TTS, yeah.
That's just a fancy way of saying AI,
I guess so.
right? Or
I get
no?
to pick the language. I get to put it whether I want it to say bad words or not. So it's a free for all. I let it do whatever it wants.
Oh, okay.
So if they drop $4.99, whatever they type is what it's gonna read. So if you dissing me, it's gonna read it out loud.
Fuck.
Yeah, I like that though. I ain't tripping. I like that
Yeah,
shit.
shit.
And it's plays it out loud on the speakers up
Fool,
here.
if you did that shit for $1, they'd all do it.
No, and it should be more.
Fuck.
No, think about this. You could use it to promote your business, my boy. If you were
Yeah, if
smart,
they were smart,
drop
yeah,
$5.
yeah,
Hey,
fuck.
come to my website www.
Exactly.
Blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah.
Connect.
Boom. But fools rather talk shit than fucking promote
Fuck,
themselves.
that's crazy, huh?
951, you're in the building.
Yeah, I just want to know, would you make a song with a gay rapper?
No. Nothing against them.
Because I want to
Nothing.
remix that song. Do your balls hang low? Do they wobble to the flow? If they do, I want to see.
Ah, shit.
Or that one song. No, I'm not gonna say it. Fool. I love
Monette,
so and so.
Missouri. +1 417
That was a crazy question right there.
417, you're in the building.
Hey, those are tough questions.
We're cracking PK with your boy 6 Dudes. What's up, Opina?
What's good?
Hey, shout out 6 Dudes. What's cracking?
You do your thing. You stay solid. Y'all know what it is. Cracking PK, shout out MTS and all that. Correct.
Hell yeah, my boy. You already know. It's all love. Shout out 6 Dudes. Hell yeah.
Patricia.
Oh, Patricia, thank you for that. Yeah, salute, big dog.
Oh, they hung up on you, fool.
Uh-huh.
Damn, son.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Salute to Patricia.
Patricia's a moderator. Salute to her.
Appreciate that. Yeah, man. All that's going to my gas money.
For sure.
Oh, man.
Appreciate the love, though. Everybody's showing love. I appreciate
everyone's
that.
calling in, showing love.
That.
That's dope, man. Yeah, it's better. You're doing good. At least you're not, sitting at the EBT card.
Or the holding tank.
Yeah, EBT line. That's
hey, we're going to take 2 more calls, all right? 2 more calls, all right? Come on, 2 more calls. Let's see.
Oh, there goes another one.
Shout out Madison Boys ENT and Too Cold.
Oh, yeah, 2 cold records all day.
That's tight, huh?
Yeah.
Who's Too Cold?
Is that your record?
That's gonna be actually. I didn't even get to say that. That's my own thing. I'm gonna start off 2 cold records. I got a couple artists that are gonna rock with me, and we're gonna do our shit. And that's gonna be my new thing. 2 cold records.
That's dope
for sure.
Hell yeah.
I gotta do my own thing for sure. Hey, thank you for that. Shout out for that.
You got your artists on.
I already have them on standby. We're just working on the Instagram and everything, and boom, start promoting everybody.
It's gonna go under that. Too Cold.
Yeah, Too Cold with a K though. Too Cold with a K, and shout out, the artists that are gonna be part of it. Like the homie Enter the Low. You know what I mean? If you're watching this shit, shout out to you, Pop. You already know.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get this shit cracking.
Hell yeah!
That's cool. That will work.
Everybody got to work
better,
though.
yeah.
It can't just be one.
No, yeah, for sure.
Everybody got to work.
Everybody knows what time it is. Hell yeah.
If not full, it won't work.
Yeah, it won't
work.
Everybody got to put in the work.
Exactly.
One more call. Who's gonna be the lucky caller? We need one more caller calling. Here we go. 619. You're the last caller. What up?
What up, fellas? Salute to the gas.
Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, I never heard of you, bro. But I'm gonna look you up now, man.
I appreciate that. Hell yeah. That's the whole point of these podcasts. You feel me? Like people that you guys ain't never heard of. We come on here and you get to know who I kind of am. And if you fuck with it, you fuck with it. And if you don't, it's all good.
Yep, that's right. Hey, Opina.
Yeah, here we go.
What happened?
Should have won the Clarks tonight, my boy.
Oh man, I left them at home.
That would have been funny, fool. The Clarks
with
shorts,
these, yeah.
That would have been funny.
That would have been tight.
Right,
I was gonna wear a fucking cowboy hat, dog. To be honest with you,
that would have been funny. The Clarks, you know what the Clarks are?
I don't. What is
I'm
that?
gonna show you right now. I think I got a picture of the Clarks right
I got a couple pairs of Clarks. They're nice. Like $180. Well, not that much.
I gotta see what they look like, Opina.
They're like hush puppies, fool.
I don't even know what those are.
Okay, I'll show them to you. Yeah.
Man, I gotta see.
Yeah.
That's him yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. This ain't a little
type
boots,
of shoe. The little brown boots.
They're cool.
With them shorts? You would have matched with a brown hat?
What kind of material is that? It would?
I think it's like
little suede?
Suede, yeah.
Okay, so it's like soft and everything. Okay.
I got this nice cowboy hat, dude. I got it as a gift. I'm gonna wear it. I don't know what episode, but it's coming. Just so you guys know. It was a hat given to me, one of my buddies from Sinaloa, but it's an original one from over there. Yeah, fucking nice.
Hell yeah, rock that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock it just one time. Is that cool, Blue?
Well, I don't give a fuck what you do.
As long as it ain't you, that's just super dope.
Yeah, I'm working on a t-shirt.
Shout out to all the Camsters and K9 Veneno, West Side Center, and our all love homies.
I don't know. I don't know what the last part was, but thank you.
Salute Santa Ana, yeah.
Okay, Santa Ana.
Homie from Santa Ana, yeah.
Okay, shout out Santa Ana and free my boy K9. He'll be out soon. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Salute.
What's up, fool? You got any last words?
Nah, man. It was a long time coming, man. We need to get this project out, man, so we can put you back here and display your music,
We're
bro.
Get it for sure.
That's got to be the next move for sure.
This is one door that I had to step into for sure.
Yeah,
so I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we made that shit happen.
We'll do a part 2, fool. I wasn't feeling too good today, so I wasn't interacting. But we'll do a part 2 when everybody's here.
Yeah,
everybody.
And then the next time we're not gonna bring up. We already did the beginning. We're gonna shoot the shit.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
but it was cool. I didn't even know you weren't feeling good. But like this shit was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Shit was cool as fuck.
Full blown ready. It takes me like 15-20 minutes to get into the convo, but today I was just feeling a little low.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'll be on the lookout for the new shit, and you know what I'm saying, anything I could do to help, I'll extend my hand. And like I told you, shows and stuff, we'll talk more.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, sometimes, man, I feel like some of us are the underdogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
When you don't act goofy on the camera, we're the underdogs now. You know what I mean?
It is.
They want us to act goofy, and then if I do something funny, then they get on me like, what are you doing? Like, man, I can't
win.
I can't win either way. Like,
nobody's ever satisfied though, you know. So that's what it is.
But yeah, man, we appreciate you coming through, man. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you guys
sliding up, dog, and making it happen on a Sunday afternoon, man, on Mother's Day.
Yeah. Shout out to all my loved ones. Shout out to everybody who tapped in. Thank you. I can't read the comments because I got bad eyesight and shit. So, you know what I mean. But shout out to everybody who tuned in and
you catch them on the replay.
Yeah, I'll go on the replay later and zoom into that shit. But yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out the gang for sure. You guys already know, right here representing for the East and the South. So this is what we do. Appreciate everybody.
Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure you guys like the video on the way out. All right, and with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, we out of here. Let's go.
You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
X16 kill the track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie.